It wasn't. Lock and load. No. Yeah. Hey, everybody. It's the Rum Meister, Steve Andersen, coming to you live at, what are we at, 9:10 p.m. Pacific on Friday, September 14th. And in the house from New York, we have Dave Nesdall. Everybody dance. Woo!
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. What up?
Yeah. And from Santa Cruz, California, master of the house, master of the channel, Johnny Beane.
Thank you, everybody.
There he is. So before we get to homeworks and everything, we just want to give a big shout out to everybody in the Carolinas that are dealing with the hurricane stuff. I was watching it this morning and last night, but this morning, yeah, seeing the first water rushes going into people's garages. So that was the start of the real trouble. But yeah, our heartfelt stuff out to all of you people out there in the Carolinas for sure. And we want to help out Fender Guru. Our buddy from New Zealand had a question about the 37 millimeter brass blocks. He's upgrading his 5150. Here's my EVH 5150, serial number 20, which has an 84 Floyd with the 37 millimeter brass block, recommended by our friend here, Dave Nesdall. So Dave's going to give us the rundown of the improvement that it actually does to your system. If you want to go ahead, Dave.
Well, it's not a rundown. It just it makes it sound bigger. It gives it more resonance and presence. Anyone that says it doesn't make a difference doesn't have a set of ears and can't hear it or feel it. Probably not even a guitar player. So I'm sorry, whoever said that that it's doesn't work and it doesn't make a difference. You should probably cut your hands off at the wrist.
And Jason Wade.
I'm serious about that because it absolutely makes a difference in sound.
Yeah. Jason Wade says the same thing. He ordered his earlier. He ordered his, so he's on the same boat as us. Yeah. We've got Jimmy T in the house. Michael B. Soda Pop, formerly Soda Pop 79. He's changed his name. We got Michael B. Frank Corcoran, if I'm saying that right. G is in the house. Fender Guru R2 in the house. Adam EVH, good to see you again. Vinny Romano in the house. Look at that.
Vinny, what are you doing up?
Yeah. John BL. Poof. He's sideways. Well, it is crazy 50 Fun 50 Friday, so it's expected.
John BL is on the far western side of the planet, reporting in. I always wondered if the Earth was round.
Yeah. Looks like he might be part of that in that hurricane.
Part of the Earth is sideways. Did you guys know that?
That's crazy.
Got Mark Taylor in the house. Hey, Mark. With his Ace Frehley avatar, is that what that is?
Avatar.
Yeah, right.
I'm playing the part of Jay Hannon.
Yeah, right. Okay, we're sideways. Where is he?
And a little buzzy.
Yeah. Amanda Coombs in the house. Hey, Amanda. Anyway, somebody else figuring out. Oh, we got him. It's circling now. So, guys, we have this week's. We got some housekeeping to do. Here's last week's homework assignment. So, our question from this is poll number 16, by the way, because our friend Frank C always tells me what poll number it is.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, John Beale.
All right.
Yeah. So last week's poll was like signature guitars that are out there by guitar players. What's your least favorite of all the signature guitars? And also, what's your favorite signature guitar? We'll start with the bad news. The least favorite one, actually, the most votes was Prince's cymbal guitar. Had the most votes for their least favorite signature guitar. Any response to that, Dave?
No.
How many
Okay.
people voted for this? 3?
Yeah, right. No, there's a few votes, and then we got the favorite signature guitar. The most votes mentioned was the EVH Candy Apple Red Metallic. Right on.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Doesn't one of our friends like Bruce Man have that guitar?
Yeah.
I think Bruce. Isn't it Bruce that has one?
Yeah, Bruce has it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did you see that EVH Gear posted out a post somewhere today featuring that guitar?
Yep.
You saw that?
Oh, nice. Cool. So, John BL, what's new?
Hey guys, I'm just getting myself settled here. Sorry about that.
Is that a Sammy Hagar shirt? No.
Yes, I got this. This was swag from a show that I worked. I think it may have been the Sam and Dave show, the Sam and Dave tour. The crew got the. Which album is this? 3 Lock Box or?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, we all got. I don't know. Does it say? It says something on the back.
Sammy Hagar.
You can read it. Yeah, but yeah, all the crew got shirts. So this is what we got for swag.
Nice. So what's new, John BL?
Not much. Been another long week. We had I know we had the hurricane down south, but we had kind of a disaster of our own in this area. The gas company screwed up, and three of the neighboring towns from me, there was fires. There was like at one time there was about 80 fires raging in the towns next to us.
So you're talking about, was it like a gas station?
No, it was a gas main, like the gas company.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a huge. I mean, it's huge. I mean, thankfully there was one loss of life. I mean, thankfully that wasn't more than one loss of life. But and I don't want to bring anything down, but I'm just in my area. All the fire departments were out. All the rescue was out. Everything was out. The city was shut down. People were evacuated. 8,000 people had to be evacuated from the city because of somebody screwed up on the gas company.
Right.
And there was at least 80 reported fires and explosions in the town. So
wow. Did you lose?
Thankfully, we didn't. This is the town. This is a couple of towns next to us. But thankfully, yeah. I mean, there were several injuries, and one loss of life, but it could have been much worse. And thankfully, the whole community came together, and it was just great to see the whole community all the communities in the Boston area really came together for that.
No, it's cool when
communities,
everybody steps up and helps everybody out. That's awesome.
Now, Steve, are you an EMT or a rescue, or what do you? Yeah, I know you had taken the test. It
was just a refresher. I've been a first aid attendant and safety officer since 1997.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been 21 years. So yeah. So that's the kind of stuff I do. Yeah, everything from heart attacks to massive bleeds to simple cuts on fingers, things in eyes, and I shut everything out, and I just worry about the patient and take care of them the best I can. And if I can't do it, then the ambulance is on the way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what my dad did. He was a firefighter for 30 plus years in town, and I mean, he's got several stories himself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, John BL, what's your main guitar these days? The one on the screen behind you there?
I wish. No. I guess what I got a couple in front of me. I still play my BC Rich a lot. I got my SG Gibson Special SG Special 2005.
2005.
It's nothing spectacular, but it's my first Gibson, and it'll always mean have a special place for me. When I bought it, I think I got it off eBay. The seller didn't disclose that there was a repaired neck, but to be honest with you, I got a great deal on it, and it plays great. I've taken it to two different techs, and they've said that it was, you know, whoever did the repair job did a great job. So, and to me, I can't notice any difference, you know, from the broken. And I'm sure Dave can attest to this, that SGs, the headstocks on SGs break all the time.
Yeah, you look at them wrong and they break.
Yeah, if you can find an SG, you know, from 20 years ago that hasn't had a repair, that's a great guitar. So I mean, but even the repairs, I've read tons of reviews. Once I found out that there was a break on the neck, and I was a little disappointed, I started reading reviews, and they're really, you know, some people say that the guitar was never the same, but to me, you know, it is how it is, and it's always sounded great to me. So
yeah.
Usually,
Hey,
if the repair's done well, it'll never break in that spot again.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I would think.
Dave, have you ever had false advertising on a guitar you bought and found out something similar to that ever?
Once, yes. It was the first vintage Strat that I ever bought. It was supposed to be 70, the year I was born.
Yep.
And it was a beautiful, like Lake Placid blue guitar. Come to find out that the body was not even a Fender. The neck and all the guts were Fender, but the body was a repro.
Oh wow!
And yeah, it really upset me. And so what did I do with it? I spray painted it red with black and white stripes.
And was there any vocal contact with the guy you bought it off of?
I was pissed off, but my next few guitars that he sold me were right on the money and at great deals.
So he made up for it.
Yeah. And then he died. Then the guy died.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Huh. Was he? How old was he? Do you remember?
Our age now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He was a fairly young guy for, you know. At the time, I was in my 20s. Yeah. So, you know, a guy in his late 40s, early 50s is not terribly young. But now that we're that age, that's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, John Bale, were you? Do you have a day job you were doing this week?
Yeah, I teach at the local. I'm at the local middle school, 7th grade this year.
Oh wow.
Doing math and English. It's fun. I mean, you know, the kids are at that age where they can, you can still like kind of mold them and you know, let them, you know, talk to them about classic rock and stuff like that, and they can still have a joy for it. You know, they can still like it. Oh, yeah. They're not like at high school where they're all jaded and they could care less about, you know, they want their own music or hip hop or something, but. Yeah. I run a guitar club with the kids there. And, oh, cool. Yeah, so any kids that really are into guitar, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, you know, I love to share the knowledge.
Yeah, so you show up with a guitar at those classes, and they have guitars.
Really, it's both. I mean, it's really the kids. You know, give them a piece of music. We all sit down and learn it.
Oh, okay.
Step by step, and it's not anything crazy. We did what did we do? The Beatles last year. We did the Monkees. We did what's their big hit? Daydream Believer, I think we did. So it's kind of just pop hits that are easy to play on guitar, but it's fun, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, introducing kids to guitar rather than, you know, the stuff that they've probably been listening to all along, you know. So
yeah.
They can experience a lot of good classic rock, and they, you know, if you can reach them, that, you know, they understand it, it's great. You know, if they understand that, you know, people were there in the studio recording this stuff, and they took their time and they really made quality music.
Yeah. So John Bale, do you have like tablature that they're looking at, or real theory?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, whatever it's. If it's notation, then I'll write it out for them. And not that I'm great at notation myself, but, you know, it's easy to translate you know, stuff that's not even chords. It's just single notes and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
You know, we keep it simple. And if we get to the point where we've got some advanced students, then great. But at this point, you know, we're just happy to, you know, play 4 songs along with the band. when they have their annual concert. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Sorry, guys. Do we want to give the chat here just an update on Jay? People have been asking about him.
As far as I know, they're okay. I don't have any updates since the earlier show.
Right. Okay. Yeah, guys, we got the notification. Jay went to his parents' house about 17 miles, I think, south of them. Yeah, hopefully they're doing good. Yeah. Johnny, what's new with you, Johnny?
Hey, I'm full of nachos, everybody. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah. So guys, tonight, John Biel actually kind of already started it. I've had that problem too, like late 90s, early 2000s. Not a lot of new music that I like, so I often dug back to music like the psychedelic era of the mid 60s to early 70s. I really like, and so one of the things, probably this is from the Millennium issue of Guitar World. This is like October 1999, and it's got Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Eddie. It opens up, and James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett are on there too. Yeah. sorry about that, Dave.
You know how much Dave loves Metallica.
They are folded over on the inside, though, Dave.
God, they should be on page 0.
Yeah.
Two things about that issue.
Go ahead.
I remember seeing that issue brand new. I remember walking into Tower Records in Berkeley when it was still there.
Yep.
And seeing that and looking at it and stuff. Oh, excuse me. Did he just step on his cord?
He's done that a few times.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Again.
There it is. And also, I think that whole cover, I think it's all photoshopped. I don't think any of those guys are actually together for that.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Let's see the cover, Steve.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that issue is I think that's the first issue where we see the full back of that 1998 Wolfgang striped guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember making a replica of that guitar before that issue came out, and no one had seen the back before. And as soon as I saw the back of that guitar, I had to have another one. I had to make another one.
Actually, I take that back. Maybe Kurt and the other guy from Metallica, maybe they were together, obviously. But I don't think... Who else is on there?
Well, all those covers were photoshopped back in the day. I mean, especially back in the early 2000s. I mean, they were having fun with it at that point.
Yeah, this is October 1999. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, that guy, he has his arm around the other guy, so obviously that was photoshopped. But what, as far as Edward, Page, and Beck, that's the only that cover. That's the only time you ever see them together. And I've seen like pictures of Eddie from that where it's just him by himself. So I think that was put together, that part of it. Yeah. Although I don't know. And then what?
So so what happened was there's this great section, this column that they had. It says 60 minutes with Eddie Van Halen, and he kind of picks 12 songs from bands that music, like favorite songs of his, and they sort of go chronologically, like earliest to more recent. So like John Biel, like listening to some older music. So that's what I did. I made a tape. I had it in my car. I had a 1971 Dodge Dart brown with a black top.
Wow.
And I made this tape with all these songs. I'll just read them out. So the first one Eddie listed was a song by the Seeds called "Pushing Too Hard." If anyone's heard of that. If not, you can YouTube it, and you can even make not necessarily a cassette tape like I had, but even like a playlist on your computer. The next song is by a band called the Knickerbockers, called "Lies." Next, the third one was the Kinks, All Day and All of the Night. Most of you probably have heard that. The next one is by, go ahead.
And again, whose list is this?
Eddie's.
This is Eddie's list of
yeah,
what?
it's called 60 Minutes with Eddie Van Halen. So he lists about 12 favorite songs of his.
Was that interview from '99, or is it an older interview?
I'd assume it's for this issue, 1999. Yeah.
Yeah, because those pictures for '99, those are brand new pictures of him with that guitar.
Yeah. Next on the list.
I always loved the lists that Eddie gave of his favorite songs. That was always, you know, the Cream songs, the Dave Clark 5, even the AC/DC songs that he loved were great.
Yeah. Next on his list, a song by the Animals called "It's My Life." Then James Brown, "Papa's Got a Brand New Bag" Part 1. And like John Biel said, AC/DC, "Down Payment Blues." And Eddie tells a story about all these songs. Like "Down Payment Blues," he talks about when they were opening, or I guess the Day on the Green.
Day on the Green, in 78, 79?
Yeah, and he was talking about when they played "Down Payment Blues," and Eddie looked out at the crowd, and all the heads were bobbing up and down to the song. Yeah. The Beatles song, "I Want You, She's So Heavy." The Who, "Young Man Blues." Black Sabbath, "Into the Void."
I must have seen that same interview because I remember downloading these songs.
Yep. And Cream, "I'm So Glad," which Eddie and Dave will always launch into. Bill Bruford, "Hell's Bells," and Peter Gabriel, "Red Rain." So those were the 12 songs. So just, you know, some of these are from the psychedelic era. Some of these bands like the Knickerbockers and the Seeds, you know, check some of the stuff out. It's pretty cool. And you know that like "Pushing Too Hard" by the Seeds, Eddie says it's the first solo that he ever learned. So yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be learning that solo now.
There you go.
What was the first song you learned on drums, Johnny?
Who, Eddie?
Yeah.
The first song he learned?
On drums.
On drums weren't was he trying to learn Wipeout?
Maybe that's on guitar.
It was always "Glad All Over." That was the one that he from "Glad All Over" from who was it? Dave Clark 5.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's a great song. If you haven't heard that, that's a good song. You know.
Yeah. So Guitar World would do these like every month around this time. With all kinds of different guitar players. So it's pretty cool. I remember Gene Simmons did one and Ace Frehley, and I made tapes of all their influences. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So just stuff to check out. And what would be really interesting, Johnny, is someone like yourself and Dave, like what would be your like 12 most influential songs for you guys? Right? You probably have a Van Halen song, and Johnny would probably have a Police song, and
that changes every day, man.
Yeah, it changes every day for me. And to tell you, I would have a Police song on my list.
You would, Dave?
Oh, absolutely. "Driven to Tears." "Driven to Tears" is one of my favorite guitar-driven Police songs.
Oh, man, I think now we can be friends. I think.
It's only been 4 years, but
I had a huge Police back when I was in college.
Rap sheet.
Police history, I was going to say, but that along those lines. No, when I first discovered the Police, I bought every album, and it was around the time they released a few shows. One from Boston.
79. Yeah,
Boston 79. Was that what era was that when they released? Was that back in the 2007 tour, or was that before that?
Huh? What? When did they release that?
Yeah. I mean, I know that it was recorded, but that was one of the first commercial ones that I got today.
It was called. It was their first live album.
Okay.
And it was two. It was Boston 79 recording.
Right.
And then
the 83.
Was it Atlanta 83? Maybe
it was it.
And that was
the one that they had the video for.
It was either the one for the video or it was Another Night. Right. And that was released. That was released in '95.
Okay, so all right. So I had it mixed up. It was the 2007 tour they came out.
If you guys want to see it, I have it.
The live.
Yeah, and that Boston '79, that's always been one of my favorite recordings.
Yeah, that's what got me hooked, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. So actually, guys, just as my virtual friends here, I'm actually interested. Grab a blank piece of paper, and I'll do my 12 songs next Friday, and then each of you, when you say, "Hey, man, I got my 12 songs, I'm ready to go," then we'll punch you in on another Friday, something like that. That'd be cool. I'd be interested in that.
So who's going to start it tonight?
Eddie Van Halen did.
All right.
Okay, but so is it the 12 most influential songs that when we first started playing the guitar or music? Is that what you want? When we were first learning?
Your 12 songs that were your most influence on you, but not like 3 Van Halen songs. You get 1 song for Halen. I want 12 different artists. Yeah.
Right.
I was listening to Veruca Salt last night, and I was getting inspired.
There you go.
You know, on my drive home. So I get every time I listen to something, I get inspired, and I pick up the guitar and write and record or whatever.
Yeah.
It's endless. It's endless. Unless you, I think Eddie was talking about the songs. Well, some of those obviously were when he was first learning.
Yeah.
So maybe pick maybe, I don't know, 6 songs when we first started, and then 6 from now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, influential is influential no matter what time period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be when you were a kid or when you started playing guitar. It could be anything.
See, Dave mentioned that Police song, and I probably have heard it maybe once, but now I'd really pay attention to that.
I always loved the album titles for the Police. Zenyatta Mondada, Ghost of the Machine, Synchronicity, Regatta de Blanc.
Oh, from a couple weeks ago or whatever, I still have my box set sitting here. This is all the stuff they ever did commercially.
Oh, really?
You know, everything.
Is there extra bonus tracks on that, Johnny? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this guy scribbled his name in there for me one time, right there. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
There's 2 L's in Nesdall.
Yeah, but here, if you can. That's
what did they release? 5 studio albums, 4 or 5?
1, 2, 3. You think I would know? Somebody will know. Yeah, something like that. And then they released.
I couldn't tell you Van Halen off the top of my head.
And then the Police did that live album in '95, but it was live from '79 and from '83. But their first official, real live album was in 2007.
Right, and that was it Tokyo or?
Where was it?
You know, that's another concert I had tickets for, and I never ended up going. At Hartford, Connecticut. What is it? Yukon Stadium. I don't know. I don't remember why I never ended up going, but I had a ticket for that. The 2007 tour, yeah.
Oh,
look at Sting playing a Spectre NS2 bass.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
is it a Spectre or a War?
It's a Kramer Spectre.
Really?
It's Spectre. Yeah,
but that's back when Kramer owned it.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, that's the scene where they keep showing that guy in the back of his shirt.
Oh, this video is terrible. The girl dancing and all that. The B-roll on this is terrible.
Crazy. I can tell you what song that was. That's Synchronicity 1.
Yep.
Is he playing the 12-string?
Yep. Is this Charvel, isn't it? Or is it a...
No, I think it's
not
a
Charvel.
I think it's a Hamer.
Hamer? Or,
no. It looks like... Remember that 12-string? Remember the 12-string that Eddie played on Pound Cake?
Oh, the...
it almost looks like the same thing. I'm just saying. I don't...
Carvin. Is it a Carvin? I had to look for the catalog.
The one that Eddie's playing is... I'm trying to remember his name now. David Geffen. Not David. Roger Geffen. Roger Geffen guitar.
See if we can get a shot of it. Yeah. Yeah, the editing on this video is terrible.
Do they show the change? This isn't the I love the Andy Summers cam version. Are you watching? Is that off YouTube?
No, that's the
DVD.
The DVD.
Okay, if you look at the some of the features, extra features of that, they have like certain songs, and then they have like the camera's on like the one guy the entire time, and it's cool to see Andy do the guitar switch in between Synchronicity 1 and Synchronicity 2. It's so quick.
That's the stuff I wish we had for Van Halen, man. Different angles, all that stuff.
Yeah, Pro Shot would be cool.
There we go. I don't know, but that's probably a Hamer, or I would say maybe a Carvin. It's got like the coil taps and stuff.
Yeah, you'd think I would know, but I've never looked. I've never researched
Andy Summers 12-string.
See, there's the part where they keep showing the guy's face. The guy keeps.
Yeah, it's terrible. The editing is just.
Did you see that? Did you see where it just showed Sting where it changed? That goes to another show.
Oh, really?
There's a show they did in Canada where it's the entire show. Yeah, it's available too. It wasn't what do you call it?
Atlanta.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Atlanta. Oh, here we go. Here's the end of the song. See if they show the guitar change. I don't know if they do.
Hey, Johnny, David Ennis says he lost his wrench. Can you have another one?
Oh, no. What happened to your wrench?
He keeps signing on with new names.
Vintage Sounds. I did see the Hendrix guitar at the Music Zoo, the custom shop. It's great, but it's really not worth $4,500 to me.
I think that's the only 12-string he ever played, because I can't find any more images for that.
Oh, that's Walking in Your Footsteps.
With the pan flute. Zamfir guested on that studio recording.
Pal Guitars would know. Pal Guitars is another Andy Summers freak like I am. Says it's a
custom guitar.
Yeah.
Then awesome, it could be a Carvin. If it's custom, it could be a Carvin. Unless it's like custom just for Andy.
Or if it's Carvin, it's Carvin.
Because I got the, let's see.
Maybe it's a Carvin copy.
Let's check out the Carvin 12 strings.
Those of you that make your Carvin replicas are making Carvin copies.
So there's a Carvin 12 strings right there. Kind of similar shape.
Kind of, yeah.
Different color.
I don't think it's a Carvin though.
Probably not. Anyway, besides the Police.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Van Halen.
I could talk, like we talk about Van Halen, I could talk about the Police all night as well, you guys. That's all.
Yeah.
Any Who fans in the house?
And I could talk about Clapton the same way. And
Dave
Ray Vaughan.
Between shows, Dave, I was watching Clapton. I just got the, let's see if I can find it here. Blu-ray Clapton documentary.
Yeah, good. That's a good story.
Right here. Yep. Clapton, what is it? Live in 12 Bars.
Yeah.
I just got that Blu-ray today.
Very cool.
Started watching it. It's I love any of those documentaries that, can track the whole history of an artist or a band.
Very
it's like those behind the music things that VH1 used to do.
I loved those. Man.
Yeah.
That was the best stuff that I don't think did Van Halen ever have one? If they did, it was pretty much Sammy era. No, I didn't think they had one.
No, there was one on the Police though.
The closest thing that Van Halen had with them is like Van Halen Unleashed.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that was well before the Behind the Music
and the two rockumentaries too.
Yeah, and a lot of that had the same interviews in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, something else I've been working on. I I don't want to say too much about it, but I've been kind of compiling as much as I can from the Hide Your Sheep tour, the 82 tour, 82, 83.
Oh.
As much video, as much audio, as much print, as much photo, as much everything I can find. And I kind of want to do like a, you remember like Cliff 'Em All?
Yeah.
Where it was all that kind of like, you know, behind the scenes, like home video stuff.
Yeah.
As much as I could find of that, you know, from, and professional stuff too, is, you know, it goes from everything from the Pretty Woman video all the way through the US Festival. And I want to just make like a 2-hour compilation of everything I can find for this. Interviews with Ed and Val, interviews with everybody, as much as I could find.
Wasn't
online.
Dave on David Letterman at that point, or was that
was? I think that was like 85, or 84 maybe even. I don't think he did Letterman in like 82, but I want to stick to 82, 83 because it seems like it's kind of a period that has a ton of footage. It's not the greatest footage. It's not, you know, there's nothing high quality, high definition about it, but there's tons of audio. There's some good video. And I've found TV spots from MTV. You know, I think the one music video they did off of Diver Down was Pretty Woman, but that's just hilarious in itself. And there's just so much you can do with it. So I've just started compiling as much video and as much. I've got a whole database of what happened on which date between like January 82 through the US Festival. So I'm just trying like the South American tour.
Yeah, there's lots of great stuff.
There's lots of footage. It's not great, but there's lots of footage, and I'm hoping I can find the best quality I can, and just, you know, some of the better cuts from it, the better songs, the better live footage. Between that and interviews, radio spots, high quality audio that they have from the 82 tour. I'm just trying to I'm thinking of making something of all that. The Hide Your Sheep tour, video compilation. So it'll probably take me a year, but I'm looking for as much as I can get it from the 82 tour, the 82, 83.
Cool.
Because it was, and even in the Noel Monk book, it describes that was the period that he described, was like the band was getting along. They were killing it throughout the world, and they were selling out every show. And so, you know, that's the period I chose for, and we'll see what I make of it. I don't know, but I'm working on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How many how many full? Yeah, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
If there's anything you need from us, you know, maybe we
I mean, I'm in the very beginning stages, but yeah, I mean, I'm just compiling as much as I can in like just a timeline from concerts, and you know, there's a few little details from 82 that I've already found. Let's see.
You're going to have more. Yeah, you're going to have more than 2 hours because you're going to have.
Well, I want it to be like something you can really sit down and watch. Nothing that's going to bore you. It's going to be like MTV. It's going to keep changing. It's going to be the different, you know, a commercial here, and then a music video, and then a live shot, and then you know, a part of the tour, like a voice, and maybe not necessarily a voiceover, but some news clips and stuff like that of some of the tour. It's all out there, and as much as I can find, the better, you know.
Because you've got basically 2 full shows. You've got obviously the US Festival, and then you have the one.
2. I mean, you've got the whole. You've got like 3 from the South American tour, the US Festival. You've got Largo. You've got Montreal.
I didn't see Montreal
tons of audio.
82. I didn't see a Montreal 82.
It's not great. Actually, the audio is good. The audio is real good. But the video is old. But it's from the same guy who did 84.
84 and 86.
Yeah.
It's basically the same wherever the guy was sitting. Maybe he just sat there for years. Because it's if you guys know Montreal 86.
Yes.
Montreal 84. There's a Montreal 82 as well.
It's the same seat.
It's like the same seat. But hey, Pal Guitars just sent me the thank you again, man. This is called the Guitar Man. That's what these guitars are called, and here's an actual one right here. Right. right there, the 12-string.
That's the Andy Summers.
Well, it's not Andy's, but it's the same. It's the same
Brand?
guitar. Yeah, yeah, it's the same.
Mm.
Come on, we'll have to put these pictures in the
Ding.
the whatchamacallit.
I was gonna buy one of those this week, but I know I have one. I have one somewhere packed away.
You have
Telling
one?
you, I bought one 10 years ago, I inherited one 10 years ago or so.
Inherited.
I think it was my aunt gave it to me, but I don't know what happened to it. I lost it in the move. It's probably somewhere in boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Eat 'em and Smile right now playing, John B.O.?
Nope, that's 82 Diver Down Montreal.
That's it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Not great.
It looks just like Eat 'em and Smile in Montreal, 86.
Yeah.
Probably the same dude filmed it.
You go back to some of the trader sites have some great stories about the guy who filmed a lot of these. Pierre, I think was his name. And he was kind of the guy that inspired a lot of the bootleggers around the area, or at least around the East. The CBG, the guy who did a lot of the 88 shows, the Monsters of Rock shows. So there's some great stories if you're ever on any of those trader sites that what he had to go through to film these shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as much as they're not great videos, it's something, and like I said, kind of in the spirit of like Cliff 'em All or.
Yeah.
Eddie's using the Kramer ad guitar in that.
Oh, I couldn't even tell.
Got a hockey stick headstock.
Mm-hmm. Two things. The first thing is just like was that last week? When was that? You were showing us the one from 81. What show?
Oh yeah, the Memphis show.
Memphis 81, and I was telling you the version I had sucked.
Yeah.
You were showing us? That version of that looks way better than the one that I had as well.
It's not great. I mean,
you said that last week. That looks great to me. Look at that.
Well, Johnny, we got to get like a Dropbox or something where we can share this stuff. You know, I mean, I'd love to share.
That's.
With you.
No, I know. Yeah. Number two, Dave. Did you see somebody posted? I can't think of your name right now, but thank you again. I know you watch this stuff all the time. He posted a picture of them doing Happy Trails at the end of Diver Down. He posted it to the EVH Gear Live Facebook page.
Oh, I got to take a look at that.
And you could see like some of the back, like Eddie is like turning, and you could see a little bit of the back of the Frankie ad guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is some of the best footage I found. If this is it, I think no, this is not it. I found some great footage from 82 that 8mm film that I don't know if I can find it, but I'll put it up when I can find it. Just great stuff that was live from 82 that was on film, because film you can transfer, like the old video stuff is VHS quality. The film, even if it was 8mm, you can still transfer that and it looks great today. I'll see if I'll find it, but
we got a guy in the chat. We got a guy in the chat named the Sean Murphy Journal. He says, any Kramer guitars? Yes, a few of us here have Kramer guitars.
I've got a whole bunch of them, original ones from the 80s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've got 2 or 3, I guess.
Yeah.
One of them. I don't know.
there it is. It's just opening in the wrong program, you know.
Uh-oh. So what's going on? Mad Dog finally got sucked into the
Discord.
There we go. Ah,
Douglas, hello.
This is good footage. Best I could find so far.
What shows that one, John Beale?
It doesn't have a show. It's a 8mm film.
It's just video.
It doesn't say it's just video, but
yeah, there's no sound. I've seen that.
It's great. Yeah. It's great to use, you know, for the type of stuff that I'm doing. Just, you know, voice, you know, something like a radio ad or something over it. It'd be good. I thought I had a better version of it, but I guess somewhere it is.
So, John Beale, is there any stuff from other countries? Do they do any stuff like in Holland or Japan or?
The Hide Your Sheep tour, they did let's see, one leg in North America second leg, North America third leg, United States final leg,
3 legs.
South America. So they just did the U.S. and South America. They did a whole tour of America.
Yeah. And so but nothing like promo videos for other songs or anything from other countries.
They did. Yeah, they did. 82 had a few. Geez, a couple of them I wasn't able to download on YouTube, but I think early on in 82, before they started the American tour, they did a few TV spots in somewhere in Europe.
Yeah,
they lip synced.
I think
they lip synced. It may have been Japan. Yeah, they lip synced.
I think it's Japan, and they did.
Pretty Woman was one of them.
Pretty Woman and
Unchained, maybe.
I think it was Unchained.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember in 81 for Fair Warning, I think they did some stuff in Italy, like Main Street, like totally lip synced.
Yeah, the lip synced ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and they did in the Cradle Will Rock back in like 81.
Yeah.
Or was it 80? Maybe 80. I think Eddie was wearing a red
I think
vinyl pants. I think Eddie was wearing red vinyl pants. Or was that Dave? One of those two were.
I think it was a red not that I'm a nerd, you guys. I think it was a red. I think it was just a red like the pink
the jumpsuit. Was it a jumpsuit?
Yeah.
One of them was wearing red vinyl.
And I just remember David.
I used to wear a jumpsuit.
Yeah. I just remember one of those ones. I think the Cradle Will Rock one. David Lee Roth had these big white, like almost moccasins.
So fuzzy. Wasn't that like the fuzzy like leg warmers?
Yeah, snow boots. Leggings.
Cool footage.
Yeah. I mean, the better quality I can find. Some of this is, I keep saying there's great quality stuff out there, but you got to really search for it.
Yeah,
and a lot of it's just not available like on YouTube.
Yeah, and then of course there's lots of the US Festival backstage stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and go on to the Discord. I posted kind of, maybe you call it the preview of my film, though. I did a whole US Festival intro. It's got some of the backstage stuff. It's got some of the radio announcements. And then it goes into Romeo Delight, but I cut it off just to kind of have the teaser there.
Oh yeah. Cool.
But I mean, I've done a lot. Over the past probably 15 years, I've done some professional video editing. I've done not necessarily professional, but semi-professional. Done weddings. I've done some local commercials. So that's part of my. I minored in video production in college. So part of my background's in that stuff. So I love doing any kind of editing, and if it's this kind of stuff, absolutely.
Yeah. So that video right now, John Beale, doesn't have audio?
No, there's no audio. And
okay.
It's a good transfer, but it's the quality that they put up on YouTube was like 360 quality, so it's not great, but
yeah, like Johnny,
what it is.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what song they were playing.
Actually, Steve, that doesn't look good to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Hey, no. Larry Riker says he likes to click his sound. He likes to click his sound machine at home when he hears Discord. Like anyone can hear it.
I did the same thing last week during one of your videos. was listening to your videos and you said Discord, and I went.
You were listening to me talk, and you were like,
Yeah. No, I wasn't like that.
Thank you. Hey, Nightbot. Hey, you guys. If you dig the vlogs I do when I'm like filming like this, filming myself, or when I play guitar live on these things late at night, you guys wake up to the alerts and curse. If you dig that stuff, I'm doing all that stuff with Streamlabs OBS. So if you guys want to try it, actually, yeah, use it. There you go. There's a link right there. Thank you, Nightbot. It's awesome. I highly recommend doing that. Otherwise, you're going to be backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to be backwards?
Not me. Hey, Charlie Puff. Puff?
Hey, Charlie. It's 10:01 Pacific. That makes it. What is that?
That says Pooth.
Huh?
Pooth.
Pooth?
Pooth.
That would be P-O-O-T-H.
Oh, Puff.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sylvester. Sylvester the cat. His name is Puff.
See, it's Pooth. I told you.
Not? No, it's not.
He says it's
Puff.
tooth.
Puff. Either way, it's Charlie, whatever it is. It's Charlie.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, have you heard there's an 82 jam that Ed had with Alan Holdsworth?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't really listened to that, but that's part of the 82 stuff.
Awesome.
I'll have to listen to that.
He did two. They jammed together twice.
Mm-hmm.
From what I guess I've heard. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, yeah, you can hear.
So, John Beale, what's going to happen when you have it all compiled? What are you going to? Is it going to be something that's posted somewhere?
Yeah, it's
going to make a movie out of it.
It's free for you guys. I mean, I'm not trying to make any money off it or anything. It's a YouTube type of thing. It's like just a mashup of all as much as I can find, and trying to edit it so that it's something interesting that people can watch, that Van Halen fans can watch. You know,
throw it on YouTubes.
It's on the YouTubes.
Ah, Starfleet could be part of that, or was that 83?
83. Well, it's still part of that era. Beat It was part of that era. You know, the Michael Jackson thing.
We've kind of talked about this.
No, it's what I'm going to do later when I get off of this thing.
Gosh. No, we've kind of talked about this, where in 83, that's where Edward did most of his outside of the band stuff. Activities. You know? Because 83, think about it. You have the I know it's 84, but 83, 84, you have the Watt Life.
That's right.
Okay. In 1983, you have the soundtrack, which was 2, maybe 3 songs. I'm not quite sure about the ending song, if that is Eddie or not. It might be. Of the Valerie Bertinelli Seduction of Gina TV movie.
Was that the Nicolette Larson stuff? What was the Nicolette Larson? That was earlier.
Nicolette Larson was done in 78.
Oh, okay. Much earlier. Okay.
She was dating Ted Templeman, and Eddie did the solo to one of her songs called "Can't Get Away From You" as a favor.
I just remember in the earliest stuff that I could find of Ed's biography, the Nicolette Larson stuff came up all the time, and I've never heard it back then. I had never heard it, and I'm sure it's out there today, but I never heard it.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
if you've never heard, I mean, it's a great album. It's a great album, but he does the guitar solo on this one song, "Can't Get Away From You," and if you look at the liner notes, it says lead guitar, and there's a question mark. So his name isn't actually on that record.
He never wanted credit.
But you hear it, and you're like, "This is Eddie, 1978." It's the exact same solo, same tone, same everything. Ted Templeman produced.
Probably black and white Frankie.
Guitar. Yeah, probably. And then real quick, a part of that trivia, Nicolette Larson sang on a Van Halen song later on. What song was that?
It was take your not take your whiskey home on 1980. Was it
Women
take your
and
whiskey home or something off of that? Was it
could this
Simple
be,
Rhyme? Could this be magic?
Could this be magic? During the choruses, you hear a female voice, and that's Nicolette Larson.
Right on.
And you hear the rain.
You hear the rain.
And Dave and Ed playing guitars.
Are you sure it's Dave though?
Yeah, that's I've wondered that myself.
Because Dave can't play slide like that. That's Ed playing slide on the acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. It could be him on both of those.
I'm sure Dave can play, but yeah, whether or not he got credit for it.
I don't know if he could. Did he get credit for playing guitar on that?
I thought he did. Yeah.
And that's got to be really low in the mix.
Well, you can clearly hear the stereo guitar on that recording.
I'm thinking Eddie was being generous.
Well, I mean, it could
have been. It certainly could have been Ed.
I mean, Eddie could have easily played both parts. I mean, it's just he plays the acoustic first and then plays the other, or plays Dave's part first and then his part. But the rain was the rain over. How many raindrops are overdubbed? That's the question.
Eddie played the rain too. Eddie played the rain.
That's
Dave.
John Beale needs to get to the bottom of how many raindrops are actually live.
Yeah, put that in a database and smoke it.
How many raindrops? Here's a question, Steve. Here's a question for next week. How many raindrops can you hear?
Yeah.
Hey, I did the pound cake drill last week, or a couple weeks ago.
We got Michael Smith in the house. And we got JJ's House of Jams. Hey guys. Hey, Michael Smith. Is the boat going to anchor and we can get you on here?
Michael Smith, thank you for all your messages regarding Howie. Howie is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Howie is doing great.
We got Caleb Rapoport in the house.
Wow. Hey, Caleb. Is Michael Smith here? Is he Michael Smith?
He's right there.
I'm working on a real nice surprise for you.
Oh my God.
You left your underwear here.
Nope. Better than that. Better than McDonald's?
Yet another guitar?
McDowell's?
No.
McDowell's.
No, Michael's. In fact, Michael, did that thing come in the mail yet?
Well, here's a trivia. Oh, Steve left.
I said,
what was the McDowell's hamburger? What was that called?
The Big Mick.
That was what, Chappelle's show?
No, that was
coming to America.
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Chappelle's show had a spoof on that too. Steve, tell us about those overalls.
It's a bit rainy and cold out, so yeah. Had to
wait a second. Time out. Michael Smith got something in the mail, and he didn't open it yet. So why don't we get him to come on here and do an unboxing?
Unboxing, baby.
Like right now. Michael, you want to come on? Can you come on?
Oh, yeah. Anchor that boat.
Anchor that.
Thing is, I know what this is, and it's exciting.
Yes.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah, Caleb too. Maybe he's on the way to In-N-Out. Animal style.
Well, hey, if anything, Taco Bell was just named the #1 Mexican food restaurant in the United States. I think.
I had Dave ate there tonight.
Yeah. Well, we brought it home.
I'm lucky to have a great kind of mom and pop Mexican stand in my town. So, I can't do Taco Bell.
David, it sounds.
I don't want to hear it because Desiree comes from Texas, and
Oh,
she
she's got the
loves
Tex-Mex,
only
yeah.
good Tex-Mex.
Right.
Only the best. But
Yeah,
when
that's what it is. It's not really
nothing else is
necessarily
open, when nothing else is open, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
When
Well,
you
I'm
have no
guilty.
food in the house,
I'm guilty. I've been there.
Michael
Yeah,
Smith
that's my
wants to
favorite.
come on 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. So what did you get, Dave? If you
Yes.
don't mind me asking, I mean, I am a bit of a foodie. What did you guys? What was tonight's?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what Desiree got because that's just rude. So, but I'll tell you what I got. I ordered 2 burrito supremes and 2 steak chalupa supremes, but I only had 1 of each and put the other 2 in the refrigerator for tomorrow.
Nice.
I used to be able to eat 4 or 5 things. I can't, and it's just too much food these days.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are way bigger than my tummy.
Can you save that stuff in the fridge?
Yeah, you can. It
For the
just
next
depends
day?
on it depends on how you reheat it.
You can't reheat it.
You can. You just can't, not in the microwave. It has to be heated
No.
on a stove.
Man.
Well, hey, reheat. I'd rather reheat something than re-eat something.
Right.
Sorry, is my chair making a lot of noise?
Oh, that's nothing compared to that buzzing.
What buzzing?
That's so
I'm-
fun. Your
Am I
mic.
Oh yeah, your headphones are killing us.
Well,
No, it's not
then
the
I'll
head-
change
no,
them
it's-
out. Tell
no,
me.
It's the cable.
No. It's all good. Everything's fine right now. Everything's fine.
Okay.
No, it'd be the mic. It was the mic. Before you had it plugged in, you could hear it.
Is it all right now?
Mhm.
It's a cheap
Yeah.
mic. I got it off Amazon for like $8. Seriously.
You have it right on. You have it right on the lips too.
Did you say, is it all right now?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Joe Wentz is going to sue you.
Yeah, right.
Nice and loud. It's this steel block right here.
What was that?
Oh, nice and loud. Steel block.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Those the big blocks. They definitely add to the volume. The volume of the acoustical tone.
Acoustic quality of the tone. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Yeah. Anybody out there that wonders how do we get the yellow ground wire? Just go to your local electrical company and they'll have this stuff for sale.
I'm the fans.
Well, actually, you can go to Steve Andersen. He's got enough to do like I don't know, 20 years.
25. Yeah, there's about 25 feet here.
There's like 20 years of guitar building right there.
There it is.
Steve will he'll just drop some down through the window, like, is it Rapunzel?
Yeah.
All you need
And
is about
you just
3 inches off that for everyone.
Yeah.
You know how I got 3 inches?
for everyone.
For 3 inches for everyone, because that's all you need. Except 3 inches this way.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's horrible.
Late night.
Late night. It's the late show.
Well,
Sorry.
late night live, but it's in repeats nonstop after that. So
So, John Beale, my next question is, one time you drew out a schematic of the Live Without a Net cameras that were probably at that show, and you're convinced that there's more footage out there probably.
Well, there definitely is. The first night is they apparently they filmed it, but there was audio problems.
Right.
Whatever that means, they haven't elaborated on that. Regardless of if it was like a multi-track problem, I'm sure there's a stereo recording somewhere out there of it. And by all accounts, they filmed that first night. So, you know, if there was an audio problem, it was, you know, I can't imagine the whole, like, whatever it was, 24-track machine just died on them. There's got to be some backup stereo recordings, soundboard recordings, something. So there's another show out there. I mean, whether it was the exact same show as the August 27th, who cares? It's a full show that's still available out there. And going through this footage, apparently there was an 82 show that that Warner Brothers professionally filmed. I don't remember where it was, but there was a full 82 show that Warner Brothers professionally filmed.
Oh, really?
That's never been released.
I know where that's at.
It may have been the Largo show, and it may have been just the house video that they took, but there's definitely high quality footage of even that show, if that's it.
I had heard that the Largo video that the venue had filmed every show like that.
Yeah, you can find tons of bootlegs from Largo. That was one of the few arenas back in the early '80s that had like luxury box closed circuit TV. So you know that Texas, there was one in Texas that had it back in the '70s. In LA, I think they had it back in the '70s. The Stones have a couple videos from the '70s. LA and I think Texas, Houston, where they had closed circuit TV, and it was most likely somebody on the crew who bootlegged it.
Yeah, I know the band Kiss, Largo. They'd have them in '77 and 1980 on the Dynasty tour, and the same thing that Houston, Texas, same thing. They have a few from there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the stuff. I say it every week.
Is there other like? Do you have other 5150 tour videos? I have one from Detroit. Then there's the Montreal one.
Montreal. There's part of I think Texas. It may have been an early Monsters of Rock or a festival, radio festival.
Okay.
As far as video from '86, there's just a handful, and it's low quality.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I don't care about the video quality. The audio quality's got to be good, though. That's why Montreal. That's where Montreal doesn't. You know, even the Dave shows from Montreal, '84, '82, Van Halen. Audio wasn't great. There's actually a good taper quality version from the '82 show that's actually far better than the camcorder quality they had.
Oh, okay. Huh. Cool. There's that one backstage. It's 5150. It's outdoors. I guess it was a sound check I was looking at, but it's about 20 minutes long, and they're playing like How Many More Times by Zeppelin, and
Sammy goes up on the trusses and starts checking the mics and everything. That was Dallas, I think.
That's
Dallas in '86.
'86. That was actually not. That's not Dallas. That's
okay.
New Jersey. That's New Jersey.
Or Buffalo.
No, I think because I know Eddie screams out Paul Unkert's name, and Paul went to those shows in Jersey.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, I got Montreal, Detroit, Detroit. Yeah,
that's great.
Not a lot out there.
You ever listen to Eddie's guitar tone on that rehearsal thing? It's amazing. I mean, it's always amazing, but to hear it just, out there in the open with no one out there, just
yeah.
It's just incredible to listen to him jam.
Like a full empty stadium. It's great.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because it surprises me, like, for instance, that show in New Jersey where you see the rehearsing in the day. Like someone must have filmed that concert. Where's the guy who had the camera for that?
You know what it was? It was a local TV station that got the footage. Like you were allowed to go into the sound check. You were allowed to. Sometimes they were allowed to film the first 2 songs. At the club that I worked at, we had a few times when like the local media wanted to come in and film, and they'd give them 2 songs or 3 songs, and then they were out of there. You know, security would get them out.
Yeah, Douglas Bador. What gig was Alice in Chains, the opening for Halen? That was in 1991 for the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. I saw them in Vancouver at BC Place Stadium. Alice in Chains opened.
Was it the southern tip of Vancouver Island where you saw them?
No, sir. Back then, we didn't get big concerts here on the island. It's too much money to have all the rigs come over on the ferry. It's about an hour and a half.
We call the ferry.
Yeah, right.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, we always had to either head down to Seattle or Tacoma for concerts, or to Vancouver. To BC Place is the big stadium, and then there's a smaller Pacific Coliseum, it's called. But Van Halen, their first show of the Women and Children First tour was here in Victoria. But I was only 9 years old and wasn't. Oh, there's the rehearsal. Yeah.
Hey, hang on a second.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah, is Dave in trouble?
Yeah, there's. Go ahead.
So I think somebody else was playing drums. It wasn't Al. It was the tech. Maybe that is Al. But at some point, one of the techs jumps on the drums and they jam some Cream.
Yeah, and then Sammy.
I think that. Yeah.
That's Al. That's definitely Al. But
when they're sound checking, they're doing Panama. It's not him.
Right.
You could tell
Ed's
couldn't
trying to
play.
tell the guy how to play. Yeah.
The guy couldn't play. You hear it, and it's yeah.
Doesn't he tell him to speed it up too?
Yeah, he's talking him through the whole song.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Michael Smith has the link.
Yes, unboxing.
He's going to be jumping in as soon as.
Can't wait to see what he's got.
Oh, it's
cool. As soon as he can.
It's cool. So when he unboxes it, I'll if he doesn't tell the story, I'll tell the story. There's a story behind it.
See, always something.
Yeah.
Little David Stratocaster Ennis in the house. I like the full title.
Well, that's why he doesn't have a wrench, because he keeps changing it.
Oh, look at that. They're playing guitars together. I haven't seen this in years, you guys. I had this on VHS tape way back in the mid.
You can just look on YouTube. There's 2 versions of this. There's like a full-length version and a shorter version. There's a full-length version where Eddie plays the beginning to Women in Love. And that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah, they do jam on a couple of Dave era tunes.
Mm-hmm. You guys have seen the 93 rehearsal like that too, right?
Yes.
Of them outside, 93.
I can't remember. No, I don't think I did.
Mm-hmm. And then there's like an interview with Michael Anthony, like out,
yes, I did see
in
that.
the seats.
Yep,
like,
I did see it.
They were talking to him.
I did see that.
I think this was the last show of the '86 tour. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think it ended here on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what did you guys say? The 5150 tour?
9/1/86. This was September.
I thought it ended in
86.
San Francisco.
Let's find out.
Wasn't that on Entertainment Tonight? The last show was in San Francisco.
Yeah. When Eddie had the tail.
Yeah.
The rat tail.
Mike's gonna do his unboxing.
Yeah, the last show was you're right. Cow Palace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
November.
Which again, the Cow Palace, they don't have shows there now. Not concerts. They have like hemp shows and like GUN shows.
Vaping.
That's terrible.
And stuff
So Dave, this was Rochester. Yeah, I think you were right. Rochester at Silver Stadium.
They have vape shows.
Oh, okay, yeah. Huh? He's coming on in a minute. Dave's just finishing up feeding Davey.
Johnny, no sign of Caleb? other than the chat?
He's right there. I think he's in Connecticut.
No, he's not.
Really?
Or he's talking to somebody named Connecticut or something.
Is he playing cards in Connecticut?
New Halen.
New
Yeah.
Zealand.
New Halen.
So I guess that guitar conference that someone was talking about in the earlier show, that's Wallingford, which is about 10 minutes north of New Haven.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay.
New Haven.
Oh, so that's about 4 hours from here.
Really? Yeah. I'm hoping, Dave, to make it to the, are you going to the, what is it, EVH Con? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to
Desiree
make it
and
to
I
that.
we're going to that.
October, middle of October?
21st.
Nice.
21st. I'll be bringing this guitar and probably the green Kramer that Craig painted for me.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Remember that year you took all your guitars?
The first year, I'll never, ever, ever.
And remember you took all your guitars and they had
was-
free pizza?
That was the biggest pain in the ass. They had free pizza every year. Joe Suma
Hey.
gets pizza every year.
Connecticut's well known for their pizza. Supposedly, that's one of the places they invented pizza.
Wow. Yeah, but see, everybody was like trying Dave's guitars. They're like eating pizza. Oh, Dave, let me see that. Let me try that guitar. And
Greasy neck.
every picture you see of Dave from there, he's like,
Yeah. Don't touch.
he's like, no, don't touch that.
Yeah, save that piece of pizza for me.
Don't touch that pizza.
Hey, at least I can kid.
We had 40
Last year was probably the coolest yet, because I mean, did you guys see some of the pictures from that from
I
last
think
year's
so.
event?
Yeah.
All the 51.
Everybody's 5150 build. There was like 15 of them all in a row, and they all looked exactly alike.
Right.
It was so funny. Everyone brought their 5150 builds.
Unfortunately, I won't have any EVH gear to show, but
That's
I'll be
okay.
there and,
There'll be
you know.
plenty for you to play.
I got my
Plenty
own
there.
sort of I don't know if you call it a Frankenstrap, but like a super strat.
Nice. Well, I mean, it's not something that you have to bring instruments. You don't.
Oh, I know.
And everyone there is so cool. You can pick up anyone's guitar, and no one freaks out. It's just
Nice.
really,
No, it sounds like fun. I'll definitely.
a good day.
I got history in Connecticut. I went to school in New Haven. I went to school in University of New Haven.
Oh, cool.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Were you in school there when that video came out?
Not well. No, it came out in '88, didn't it? No, 90. What was I there? 95 to 98.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I had one chance to go to the Coliseum, and I decided not to because it was a Fish concert, and it just bugged me being outside the Coliseum and seeing the scene out there. Kind of, I said forget it.
You didn't want to sleep through that.
Hello, Captain.
No.
Hola.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, man.
The
Hey,
boat is anchored.
How are you doing? Yes, it has. That was weird, Johnny. I guess Facebook wouldn't let you open up Messenger. That's kind of.
I went and clicked on your name, and the message was acting like it just wanted to open. But it wasn't opening.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm wondering about that thing you sent me.
Oh no, come on.
Oh, I freaked out too. I was like, Michael got hacked.
Yeah, we won't say what it was, but yeah, you sent it, and I got the message. Let's just say, because you could read it. It said what it was about.
Yeah. You got to join me next weekend.
Yeah, and I saw that, but I had to be somewhere. Like that would take me an hour and a half. So when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'll read this later. An hour and a half later, I push play because it was an audio message, and I thought it was you asking me if I was going to be at that EVH con. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
And then once I heard it, I'm
No,
like,
it
wait a
wasn't.
minute. Wait a minute. What's this? And then I thought, oh crap! Were you hacked? And so I messaged Dave right away, saying, hey, did you get a message from Michael? He's like, yep.
Next time I'll put up and say it's me. I actually said I said it to a friend of mine, right? And he's riding in his car. His wife was driving, and he's got his 84-year-old mother in the car, and it goes on. It goes on Bluetooth. It goes on speaker. So he hits it. She heard that. Oh my God. I was like, oh man, I'm so freaking sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen.
But it was just a file.
He actually said she laughed, so she's got a good sense of humor, man. Oh God, too funny.
Yeah, but once I heard that, and then I went to your page to message you, I thought, well, okay, he must have sent this because it's the same humor that's all over his page.
Oh yeah. Oh God. How's everybody doing tonight?
Well,
Hey, Mike.
we're waiting for the unboxing though.
Let's see it.
Come on.
Okay. I came home, but check this out now. This is true. This is true. It was sitting out front of my house because UPS doesn't care. Just left it. And I go up and the top. Okay, so it says open other side. So they put it upside down to begin with, right? And the top is open. So it had 4 pieces of tape and that broke. So let's see what we got. Let me go get it.
I'm going to kill someone. So, Michael, if you after you open it, I'll tell the story if you don't want to tell the story. But you should tell the story.
Nah, you tell it, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Do-de-do-de-do-de-do.
Here's a first hint of what it is.
Oh my God.
Did you see it?
Wow.
Want to put the light on a little brighter or no? Yeah, let me put a light on. Hold on.
See, that's the sound.
There's that buzzing again.
All right, that's supposedly the mute that's on my little.
He keeps
So,
turning his
I guess it
lightsaber
doesn't-
on and off.
I guess it doesn't work as a mute.
His lightsaber. Oh,
It's
here's
all right without that though.
it was open.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool.
All right.
So let's see what we got.
I can change headphones. I can change to like the iPhone.
No, it's
What
not
was
the
that?
headphones though. It's the
Oh,
mic.
hang on, Johnny. Present Michael.
Yeah. So was this ordered or is this sent to you?
Just don't worry. There's a story.
Yeah, Dave will tell you. I guess I'm opening stuff upside down. So right.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not it?
Oh no, that's the amplifier that came with it.
Uh-oh.
And I got this from. Well, Dave will tell the whole story. He'll tell you everything.
Is that the shark?
Oh, that's right. Didn't you?
Oh.
Didn't you get a Star guitar?
Whoa.
Ah.
There it is. Nice. Man, if I was gonna get a one of the copies, I wanted to get the Star.
Oh, if you wanted to start, John?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the Circles guitars. I wasn't impressed with those, but the Star, I enjoy. I liked playing the Star. It was a good guitar. The neck, maybe it was the neck, maybe it was one of the better EVHs that I played.
I played it at NAMM.
Black and white.
Diner is there. And I love the neck.
Wait, that looks like my avatar.
Avada.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Look at that. We're kicking it up a few notches here on the show.
So Mike, is this your first time opening that?
Yeah, swear to
Or
God.
did you put it back?
Where's the trem arm?
I don't know. I gotta look in there. It must be in there somewhere.
It'll be on that first thing you took out, probably taped to it.
And Michael, where did you buy that from?
I'll tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me all about it. Where'd you buy it from?
Go ahead. Tell a story. I'll look for the tremor.
Okay, so Michael was here on Sunday, last Sunday.
Oh.
And he was telling us a story how he ordered that guitar from Andersen's Music in England. Whoa. And paid for it. Paid for it, used his card, paid for it. They had his money. And then they said that they couldn't send him the guitar.
Why?
Because they couldn't send a guitar to America with rosewood fretboard.
Oh, what? Because
it's endangered. So I said, that's funny because Music Zoo. He bought it from them because it was like a stupid price, like $750 or $700. I'm like, I think the Music Zoo has one for like $650. Really? Let's check. It was as easy as that. We went on there. Music Zoo had two of them. They had a brand spanking new one for $8.99 and this pre-owned one for, I think it was $650 or $670 something. I don't know, $6 something. And right away, he just said, "Here's the card," and
nice.
And bought it right then and there. And that was the coolest thing. No questions asked. It looked great. The guitar looks brand new.
Yeah, yeah. Is that Joe Suma's shop, Dave?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I was going nuts. Ask Dave. I was like, "Yeah, I got it. like a psycho." Here's my.
Do that again, Michael.
What's that?
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
That's like two new guitars in like a month.
Voice thumbnail. That's a voice thumbnail, Johnny, for the.
There you go.
What do you call it? Cool, man. Yep. Everything on.
Did it come with a case, Michael?
I never had a Night Swan. I never had a Kramer Night Swan.
Yeah, the paint job on that looks really bright. It stands out. Even from here.
Dave or Michael, do you know what's the history of the original Star? Was it a kind of a factory thing, or did he?
No,
did someone build it for him?
It was a Charvel. It's the Charvel. It's the white Charvel Star that you saw on the 8mm tapes, Van Halen in '79. And
didn't it have like a kind of a red sunburst on it, or was that a different?
No, it was a white. It was a white star.
Okay.
And it originally had a Fender style headstock on it, and then he took that neck off and put the Dan Electro neck on it and painted it.
Now this is used, all right, and I don't see a freaking scratch on it. And Dave was kind enough, he saw your story. He found it out there at the zoo, and Dave, you're right. I don't see anything, man. Wow.
What's the serial number on that one, Michael, on the plate?
19.
3 bazillion.
Holy moly, 1.
There you go.
No, really?
Yeah, really right. 140-1324. EVH 140-1324.
Second year.
Watch, I'll look it up. It'll show stolen.
Nah, Music Zoo, they wouldn't have bought it.
No, I know.
Awesome, Michael.
So just remember, Michael, to tighten the bolts behind the nut. Make sure the nut on the headstock. Make sure you tighten the 2 bolts behind the headstock.
Yep, the fangs. Okay.
Because sometimes in shipping they come loose and your guitar won't be in tune.
All right, cool. Do it right now.
It's the smaller one.
You're right, Dave. Wow, you're right. It's loose. Never question Nesdal about guitars.
That's probably why the guy that owned it sold it, because he was thinking, well, why didn't my guitar stay in tune?
Holy moly! I mean, this is really loose. I just want a quarter turn on this.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
That's just the way that's the way it is. Every once in a while, those things got to be tightened.
Yeah.
You know, you vibrating strings all day. You know, when you
Or
play.
kicked.
You know, and also think about it, right? Like you said, shipping. You know, handle with care doesn't mean jack. You know, a lot to these guys. Yeah, that was dope. Both of them were loose.
There's Ed playing the Star,
There you go.
1980.
What song, John Beale?
If you look for Van Halen 1979, you can see some Super 8 video, and he's playing a White Star. It's the same guitar. That guitar usually was tuned down a whole step. That's when they were playing in D.
Mm-hmm. And Nesdal, isn't the footage of him playing the Star in '79? It has a Strat neck on it too.
Yeah. It's a Charvel. Yeah.
Do you know which song it was? Let's see.
Probably DOA.
I think it's he was playing that, and he was playing the Snake guitar.
Snake. Yep. There's them on the Snake. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is badass, man.
Whatever happened to that footage? Whatever happened to that video? Was that you? Was that you, John Beale, with that stuff?
Have you heard the stories about that?
There was a guy teasing for a long time with that stuff.
No, I got as much as I could in the best quality I could, but it was supposedly the guy went into the arena like in a wheelchair, and he had a whole mount for his 8mm camera, and they let him in, and they let him into a good section, and he was able to film these great 78 and 79 films with the audio. Again, I mean, I found some great, I think 720 HD conversions of it. But there's the white original with the Fender headstock.
Mm-hmm. And also, a couple things. Fender Guru. Nope, that's not the GMW. That's a custom guitar that was made for David Nesdal, which David gave to me. Thank you again, Dave.
You're welcome.
I record with it. I've done many video lessons with it. Also, if you go to the 2015 tour, at the middle to the end of that tour, Eddie was using different EVH guitars for I'll Wait.
Mm-hmm. I've got great photos of him using that guitar at my show.
That you took?
From what year was that?
A friend of mine took and gave to me.
2015?
Yeah, from 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think I have them. I may have. I hope I didn't erase, but I hope I didn't. Hang on.
That's right, Caleb. This is a killer guitar. It's killer.
Killer.
When's that T-shirt coming out, man?
I don't know. I think I might have to make that. I showed a friend of mine. He was like, "What? Who's making a T-shirt of you?" He doesn't get it. He doesn't get this at all, man. Then he goes, "Who the hell would buy that? Who the hell would buy your mug?" I have no clue. Probably nobody, but
maybe 44 people. Maybe
that's true. 44 people watching. Thank you, Dave. Again.
Oh, no problem.
My last two guitars.
And there's one more. There's going to be one more surprise coming to you in the near future. Yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you is you got another surprise coming that you're going to lose your mind over.
Dude, you don't got to do nothing, man. The last two guitars I bought this one and the Ernie ball, Dave sniffed out for me.
Awesome. Cool.
I might have to send this out to you, Dave, for a little magic.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah,
Cool.
the action's a little high. I mean, it's not.
Well, I'd rather you don't ship that guitar because anything, it's pointy. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I would rather do a private video chat with you and just, you know, talk you through it. You could do it yourself. I can talk you through it and you'll be able to do it. No problem. I'll tell you what to do, when to stop, when to.
All right, cool.
It's pretty easy fix.
Okay. Thank you.
Michael, what kind of Floyd does it have on there? Is it just an EVH Floyd or?
EVH Floyd Road, it says. No, with the D tuner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an FR 1000.
And the headstock's kind of the neck is the Dan Electro style. Is it Dan Electro or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The headstock.
The headstock.
The
Yeah.
headstock is the neck.
You want to see?
Kind of, not really.
And I got. Hold on a second. I'll grab my Dan Electro. I got it right over there.
Well, was the original neck that he had put on there from a real Dan Electro, or was
Yeah, did he
it
pull it
made
off?
for him? Made for him.
No, I
in
think
the
it was a
style of it?
real Dan Electro neck that he put on.
It's a
there.
real one, yeah.
And then that neck came off of there, and he put wings on it, on the headstock, and it was the neck that went on the Rude guitar, the rosewood fretboard neck that was on the Rude guitar, and the same neck that was on the Frankenstein for the Starfleet stuff.
And that had a strange headstock. What was that headstock?
It was the same headstock that he glued two wings
Oh, okay.
to make it a bigger headstock.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here's a well, maybe I'll wait till Mike gets back.
Let's see it, Johnny.
Here's something that I'm not a nerd or anything, you guys. But here's something I did. When was this? August 2015. A little AB picture right there. There we go.
Oh,
What I
yeah.
did. So that's the same guitar that Mike just got. So
What was that photo session for Ed? That was that Guitar Player or Rolling Stone or
Guitar World.
Guitar World? Okay.
Here's the Dan Electro head next to the.
A little different.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. No.
It's similar.
Very
The thing
similar,
is, Fender EVH they couldn't totally copy the headstock.
Right.
That's why.
That's, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the only part of a guitar that you can patent pen the headstock? Because
The headstock shape.
yeah, I'm almost definite because just you always see clones of all the bodies, right? Of Strats and Gibsons and you name it. But the headstock is exclusive to the maker.
Yeah. And a lot of people.
I mean, they are close. They're not exact, but they're close.
Okay.
I've always wanted to pick up a Dan Electro because a lot of pros have used them, and they're not expensive guitars. You know,
You're not
you can get a brand new Dan Electro for $500, which is not bad,
I think I paid.
or less.
Yeah, like I said, I think I paid $400 for this one. It's brand new.
Yeah.
No. And they have a unique sound. The sweet spot with these lipstick pickups, the sweet spot without a doubt, as far as I'm concerned, is right in the middle. It's
Now, are those lipstick pickups like the originals? Were they actually? Because I guess the story was that they were actual lipstick cases. Lipstick cases from Sears or something like that?
well, Sears sold these. That's where they were selling them back in the day. So I don't know about the pickups as far as the lipstick cases, but supposedly this is a replica because Dan Electro went bankrupt, and somebody, a big fan of theirs, bought them out and then revived the brand. And they're doing well now. Obviously, they're making pedals and everything like that.
Yeah.
But since he bought the company, he had all the patents. He had all the all the designs, and he just replicated the pickups.
Yeah, supposedly the originals were actual lipstick aluminum or metallic lipstick cases from Sears that they had an excess of, that they wound pickups inside of, and Dave, have you heard that? I've heard that. No.
Well, I know Phil McKnight.
Maybe it's just in the style of. Maybe it's just in the style of it, but I've definitely heard that they were actually like a surplus of lipstick cases.
Could be.
Maybe. I really don't know.
Phil McKnight did a video, and he actually cut one of these things open. I don't know if you saw that. So that was pretty neat.
Do you know if it's like a cylinder? Is it actually a cylinder? Or
yeah. Yep.
Well, that would make sense if it was a real case.
Right, to fit in it. Yeah, you'd have to wind it like that.
Yeah. We've got stack of pound cakes in the house.
Good night, Amanda. Yes, she's leaving.
So, Michael, how's the house shopping going?
It's been still looking. Been kind of stalled. I've been so freaking busy.
Out of town.
Yeah, I've been out of town a lot. I was hanging out with Dave and Desiree. Had a phenomenal time with them.
Were you at Dave's house?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice Italian meal.
Yeah, Dave cooked a kick-ass spaghetti dinner for me, man.
Looked delicious. I remember seeing those.
Yeah, it's a 2-day process for him to make it.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
So, Michael, when you walk into Dave's room there and look at the wall, what guitar jumped out at you, just visually?
When you walked into Dave's bedroom, what animal jumped out at you?
Hey.
It was a python.
I told you 3 inches.
A baby python.
No, I'm talking width.
Let's not go there.
But also, not a lot of people know this. Michael, this was like your second time at Dave's house.
Yes. Yeah, my second.
You've been there before. Yeah.
Yep. I was there last year, Dave, was it? Or 2 years ago?
Yeah. You were here last year about the same time.
It was, yeah. Yep. And that's why I tripped and sprained my wrist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Coming into my house.
No, not at Dave's house. No. At my cousin's house.
Oh. All right, well, forget it. I didn't say anything. People chip on my front door all the time.
Over the 3 inches?
It's about 3 inches, actually.
Over the surplus of guitars, he has no room to keep them, so he sticks them outside.
So, Michael, I'm going to ask again. When you walk into Dave's house,
a third time, and it's
and you look at the wall, what guitar jumps out at you? Just you see like 10 guitars right in front of you. Like, which one jumps out at you?
When you shut the door, which guitar fell off the wall?
First of all, it's not 10; it's 14 guitars on the wall.
All right.
But that's just the wall.
The green 5150.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
This one?
No, the green.
The green? Oh, the green PV. Yeah. What green 5150? Oh, that one.
Yeah.
The one that's rotting in the corner.
The reason why it sticks out is because it's everything else is kind of striped in it. Show it, Dave.
Yeah.
It's here behind me. It's that guitar right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's just a different color. You got right next to the white one, and I played that guitar last year. That thing is amazing.
Oh. It's still in tune. I take it off the wall every once in a while. I don't even have to tune it. It just stays in tune.
Yeah.
It's funny that one and the purple PV Wolfgang also those two guitars. I strum them every time I pick them off the wall, and they're in tune without this. They just stay in tune. Those two guitars,
which is awesome.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Cool. So that one really jumps out at me, man, because again, it's different. It's different from all the other ones.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Larry Riker, I'm not sending Michael Smith a guitar. Close, but not sending him a guitar.
David Ennis still wants a wrench. He keeps changing his name.
What happened to his wrench?
Well, he keeps changing his name.
That would be why.
Yeah. Used to be, it was David Ennis, then it was Lil David Ennis. Now it's back to David Ennis.
So, I've been on a loop. I've been so busy, like you were asking, Steve.
Yes, sir.
What was last week's question? The answer? What's this week's question? What's going on with all that? I mean,
yeah, the last week's poll was your top 3 favorite bass players, and surprising to me, Geddy Lee won the most votes by like more than double any other bass player. So I was actually surprised by our chat, and the people that watch this show regularly would pick him as their #1 bass player. But that's cool.
There is nothing wrong with that. Rush is my second favorite band, right underneath Van Halen, and Geddy Lee is a freaking monster.
Yeah. And this week's was out of all the signature guitars that are available out there by sort of famous guitar players, which is your least favorite, and which is your favorite? So the least favorite, the most votes, was Prince's guitar. That it sort of looks like a cymbal. Yeah. And the most votes by our EVH panel here was the EVH Candy Apple Red Metallic. I think our friend Bruce Man, Mr. BHB, he has one of those. I think he was the first one of us out of the group that had one of those. Yeah.
All right, Stack of Pound Cake wants to see my music, man. So give me a second. I'll go grab that.
We all do.
Yeah. Soda Pop, yeah. Triumph played the US Festival in 1983. I don't know the list. You can Google the list of who played that weekend. Triumph probably was on the Van Halen day earlier in the day. They played in the daytime.
It was Triumph. It was I think Quiet Riot into Ozzy, Motley Crue, Ozzy,
Judas Priest,
Triumph, Scorpions, Van Halen.
There you go.
I think. Maybe missing one, but yeah, the Triumph set is great. You can get that on DVD, and I'm going to use some of that footage in my video because there's a lot of great crowd shots and everything from that.
Oh, for sure.
Throughout the whole day of the US Festival.
Yeah. The cool shots are when the crowd is getting like hosed down by all the security at the front row.
Soda Pop asks what my least favorite guitar on the wall is.
Wow.
Quite honestly, I don't have one.
Why would you?
Put me in a room with any one of them or a gig with any one of them, and I'd be happy to play them all. They're all good.
Cool.
Okay.
Dave, Caleb has a question for you.
What is it, Caleb? No, I didn't get any guitar picks yet, Caleb.
And Dave Douglas Bador has a question for you.
Dave, JCM 800 2205, good or bad? Excellent. Any JCM 800, whether it's channel switching or no channel switching, all those amps are excellent. Probably Marshall's last best amplifier.
Faraz Kershid, if I'm saying your name right. Yeah, the Music Craft Kramer Pacer body, you're fine the way it comes. you will have to cut the legs on a Seymour Duncan pickup.
Or just get the shallow route.
Yeah, or you can bend the legs if you want. Yeah.
I would just get the shallow route. That's all.
Yeah, I don't even remember that option on there.
You
when
said
you order.
shallow.
Shallow route.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you said shallower.
Shallow.
The shallow route. But you're saying the shallow.
Yes. Shallow. Or in my case, shalom.
Cello.
Yes, that too.
Anyone? The Who? Quick one. Cello, cello, cello. Nobody.
Nice.
Isn't that what they were all saying after the guy's drum set blew up on Smothers Brothers?
It was from, well, they did before Tommy, they had their first rock opera, which was like just an extended song, which was a quick one while he's away. And then one of the refrains, the last part of it, I think, was cello, 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 cello. Something like that.
Uh-huh.
All right, here it is. Sorry about that. I had to go down to the lower deck.
My goodness.
Michael, are you really on a boat
No.
right now? No, you're not on a boat.
That's beautiful.
I love it, Michael.
Beautiful.
Will that guitar to me, will you?
Man.
This thing is absolutely gorgeous, man.
Is that an Axis or a
I will let Dave tell the story, actually.
It's an Axis EX, yes, but it's exactly it's an
yeah,
EVH
it's the extra stock they have.
Absolutely.
Eddie.
absolutely exactly the same.
Man, if I had known that back in the
and I found out that the tops on those things are they're all different. They're all different with thicknesses.
thickness, yeah.
Some of them are thick. Some of them are thin veneers. It's just how they made whichever way they made them at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all the same. So you can debunk the story that they're made in Japan differently. They're all different.
They were just assembled there by extra parts.
What was that sound?
I don't know.
That was.
But to tell you the truth, that guitar right there, if you wanted to make a true replica like Eddie's guitar,
Mm-hmm.
that guitar right there is it. Because on Eddie's yellow Music Man, there's no signature on the headstock of his guitar. It's a prototype, so there's no signature on it, and there's no signature on that one.
Yep.
So you can actually make an exact replica with that guitar.
That's a great point, right, man?
Yep.
All the other ones had the signature on it. Yep. And this thing is flawless, man. And remember how much you paid for it, Dave?
What's that?
I said, do you remember how much I paid for it?
$900.
Right, exactly. $900 and $60, $960 delivered.
That's beautiful.
All for Craigslist.
Yep. And the one with the signature with a top like that on it is a $3,000 guitar all day.
Yep. Which is insane that I have this thing in my hands right now. Oh, God.
You know the year of that guitar? Guys, sorry. Michael, do you know the year of that guitar?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
I remember seeing the Axis for sale, and if I had known that it really was kind of the excess stock of the Van Halen model, I would have jumped on that. Looking through my old catalog to see if I can find one of those.
Was
Music Emporium. Let's see.
Was it on sale? Oh, was it on sale in the States? Music Emporium was then, right?
Music Emporium is here in Long Island.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got all these old. Let's see if I can see what we got for. I don't know what year this was, but
Sorry, John Beale. What
I'm pretty sure it's got the music. It's got the Music Man's in here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I remember when it was Focus 2 Guitar Center, Focus 2 guitars.
Well, you know what?
Back in '87, and 87, '88, and I was going in there. I was just in college, and I would drive there during my break, and they had a wall filled with green gem guitars. You know, the Gem 777 with the autographs, and they're all numbered. And they were fairly inexpensive. They were, I mean, at the time it was expensive, but today's money, not very expensive. I think they were $1,500, you know, back then. And back then that was a lot of money for the guitar. There you go. Yeah,
Dave, it's your old alma mater. It's the Manny's.
Yeah,
Manny's catalog.
There you go.
1994.
Manhattan.
94. It's just before I started working there.
So they're selling the. Geez, I can't even see here. My eyes are terrible. Music Man Edward Van Halen. $1,295, so $1,300.
Wow.
In 94, 93, 94 summer.
Wow. That's no money for that guitar.
Yeah, if you could go back, man. Jeez. You got the Nuno Betancourt model. What do we?
Dutchie 5150 asks me, "Did you see the footage of Kirk Hammett tripping over the stage, holding the Greenie the other night?" Greenie is the Peter Green 59 Les Paul that he bought. I think he paid $300,000 for it or something.
Oh my God!
That was Gary Moore's guitar, right?
It was Gary Moore's, and then it was Peter Green's first. Yeah,
right.
Peter Green.
Yeah, the Gary Moore guitar tripped on the stage. No, I didn't see that.
Wow.
I didn't see that footage, but only that moron could do that.
He doesn't care. It's insured for twice as much anyway. Right?
Probably.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pocket change to him, man.
Exactly.
Oh, that's this. Where's that sound coming from?
Fender Guru, the Yamaha amp is killer.
Killer.
It is awesome. It's battery powered. The sound of that thing is crazy. In fact, Jay used it when he was doing Mean Street, the beginning of Mean Street.
Oh,
And it's, holy moly, it sounds amazing.
Yep.
For the price, you know, I travel a lot. I took it on the road in 150. It's awesome. Hey Dave, how's the pooch? Pooch is,
Both of them are okay.
awesome.
We had a little bit of a scare with Brandy.
Oh, what happened?
Pat dog.
I fed Brandy. I overdosed her on her flea and tick medication.
Ooh.
And heartworm medication. So we got, you know, we thought it would make her sick, and luckily it didn't. And I called the vet, and the vet said she'd be fine.
Okay, good. He's a love muffin, that dog, man.
Yeah, she's inside right now. She's in the bedroom.
What a loving dog. Awesome. And Snickers, too, Desiree.
Snickers is great. Got a little bit of bad breath, but she's the best dog. She's really the best dog. Really amazing.
Now,
Awesome.
You gonna
It's
put her in
ele-
there?
It's 11:09 Pacific. We've got 40 watching. 22 thumbs up.
Here, I'll put that in my wallet.
One person likes Crystal Pepsi.
One person has no idea what entertainment is.
Yeah.
Crystal Pepsi. Did they ever reissue that? Was there ever? I can remember that.
Nope, that's why so few people liked it.
Pretty foul, pretty foul tasting. It may have been just psychological, because I think all they did is they kind of like bleached out the cola color.
Oh, that's nice.
With some kind of chemical, but I do remember it tasting really chemical taste. You know.
Yeah. Clayton James Hicks, happy Strat Day for tomorrow, Saturday, in about 50 minutes, Pacific. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they did bleach your eyes before you once you took a drink. You're talking about colorblind. I think that's
Hey, I like that avatar, Johnny.
Oh, thanks, man. Look at that. Yeah. Huh? I didn't. What did he say? Was it bad?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh
my
no.
God.
Look at
Crazy. Reporting from Santa Monica, California, Caleb Rapoport.
Caleb, my God. Let's get a few more people here.
He just had the Taco Bell.
Oh. Best Mexican restaurant in America. What a crime. Crime.
Can you attest to that, Caleb, or is it just?
It's the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
It's straight to the restroom for me.
Man.
Yeah, I made that mistake tonight too.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to there, Caleb?
If it's a crime, wouldn't it be? Oh, I just forgot. What was I gonna say? Oh, my stomach.
Oh man.
What's going on, Caleb?
What's my go-to? I try to go to like non-chain places.
No, I mean go-to as far as Taco Bell.
Oh, but you don't go to In-N-Out Burger.
Well, no, as far as Mexican food for some reason.
Yeah.
But wait, in Los Angeles, isn't there a Taco King?
Probably.
There's gotta be authentic Tex-Mex, Cali-Mex.
I keep hearing there's a Taco King or something.
Yeah.
Or King Taco, maybe.
There's great places. I mean,
There's that New York City.
Yeah.
New York City's got a few of those. Taco King.
Yeah, but for some reason, Taco Bell, I'll do it like once a year, and then I'll be like, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Why the hell did I do that?
Regrets.
See you in a minute.
An hour later, you come out.
See you in an hour.
Anybody who had that for dinner tonight should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, it's bad. So, nice guitar, Captain.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that one and the other one.
Yeah.
That one especially. I'm rocking a little Music Man right now. So.
Nice.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
man, look at that.
Say something.
Caleb, that's the one you have on loan from someone, right?
It is still on loan, yes.
Oh man,
Look at that thing.
I envy that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't say
You know,
enough about this guitar. I absolutely love it, man.
It
Did
sounds,
you guys change those pickups? I noticed you both have zebra pickups. Did you guys both change them out, or were those original?
Original. Yeah.
Okay.
Original DiMarzio tone zones,
Nice.
or close to them.
We got a happy birthday in the chat to Faraz, our friend Faraz. It's his birthday, 15th September. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday for us.
Happy birthday, man.
Now it's a special birthday.
There it is.
That's right. Nice.
It's my birthday next week.
All right.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
All right, so I figured I should probably get it down since we're all
Yeah.
since we're all we all have our nice flame tops and color.
Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely.
I was thinking original Floyd on this one.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of original Floyds,
Yes.
Steve.
Caleb. Caleb, I'm not joking when I tell you I was out of the house yesterday for 18 hours. And all I did, I got home and I messaged you. I watched the hurricane for about an hour and I messaged you. I have had no time to look at anything. I do have a licensed Floyd just sitting here that has chrome sort of tuners on the top, but it's not the same as the other one I sent you. But I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked at my stuff. I've had zero time. I told you Saturday. Tomorrow morning is my search day.
Take your time. Take your time.
Oh yeah, you'll have an answer tomorrow.
He still has to look at his stuff.
Yeah,
Amazing, right? He's got like Floyd's just laying around.
I do.
It's like a workbench at 5150.
Yeah, it's crazy in this place, man.
Yeah, but they said that hurricane's going to be like 3 days long, so you better maybe Tuesday.
No, it's just I'm not working. I don't work on the weekends at my regular job, so I have time tomorrow to do some stuff.
Well, I'm just saying you're going to be glued to the TV set.
Oh no, it'll be on, and I can.
I'm just curious what Jay packed up and how he packed and all that. Just like,
what did he bring, right?
you know, like where did he put, like, in the high ground? What if the roof comes off? All those crazy questions, you know. Like,
I don't think he took much with him.
scary.
I'll be honest. I was
Scary.
thinking about that with what was going on around here. I was like, what would I take out of my place if there was going to be like a gas explosion or an evacuation?
Might look like something like this, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
great picture.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah,
that's great.
awesome.
You had that ready to go. Awesome.
Yeah. Look at the girl and the wife or whoever is in the window.
Oh my God.
What about me?
Right? The guy's got like a Hondo, and he's leaving his wife.
Yeah, they were all pretty cheap guitars.
We got Simon Williams in the house from the UK. Hey, Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Yeah. And our new friend Arvon Gaunt. He's been around the last couple weeks. Awesome. So, Caleb, any responses to the David Lee Roth type singer request?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing yet.
All right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Caleb, what's up with the Nerd Halen as far as the next couple of shows? You got anything lined up?
No show. We got to get a singer first, so there's no show lined up.
Oh, okay.
But you know, moving right along. Got another rehearsal on Sunday.
Cool.
What songs are on the agenda for?
That's funny you should ask. There's 5 songs on the agenda, and there'll be Little Guitars, Pretty Woman, Talking About Love, Panama, and
Unchained?
what was the other one? We worked up Unchained last week, so
Beautiful Girls.
yes.
Nice.
Yes, that one. That is one of the hardest riffs, by the way, just because he uses his thumb on the F sharp. And then
So, Caleb, you've got the 3-piece band in place, or
Yes.
is he just looking for a singer? Excellent.
That's it.
Nice.
Yes. Finally locked in a bass player. I had another bass player, but he was very busy and just couldn't commit. So I found someone else who's a lot more fired up and returns phone calls quickly and texts quickly. And I like that.
That's a good quality. And
That really
band,
is.
mate. Yeah.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. But does he look more like Michael Anthony? Is that the big?
He's thin.
No, he's more nerdy. Definitely more nerdy.
They don't. No one has to look like anyone.
That's right. I'm hunting nerds.
How does it sound? How does it sound? Right. That's at the end of the day. That's what matters.
That's it.
No. How are you looking for them, Caleb? Are you putting advertisements online?
No, like both the guys that I have are from the Ultimate Jam at the Whiskey.
Oh, really?
They're there Tuesday nights, and so I saw someone playing, and yeah, I just sort of cornered him backstage and asked him what he was up to, and told him what I had going, and asked him if he was interested, and he said sure, and then showed up to a rehearsal, and we did one song, and I was like, you want to do this?
Is it the same guys that played on Dancing in the Streets with you guys?
No, this guy was in a different night. I met him a different night. So yeah, this week they're doing like an orchestra, so it's like a big deal.
Wow!
And they just replaced the whole PA at the Whiskey, so it'll be cool.
Nice.
The PA at the Whiskey would hang down, and they had these speakers that would block like 40% of the stage. The PA was hanging down, so they cleaned that all up with a new.
How big is that room? How many people can they fit in there?
It's like 300, 320. Yeah. It's not a big room at all.
Right.
There's a balcony, but it's not the biggest room.
Right.
Not at all. Stage isn't big. Slash played there the other night, so with Miles Kennedy.
Oh, awesome!
John, I think I asked you this on one of those shows, or maybe on Facebook or whatever. Are you showing up to NAMM next year or no? For the winter NAMM?
I have no plans for NAMM, but I'm looking at the EVH Con because I'm 2 hours from Connecticut, so I could probably
shoot over
get
there
to the EVH Con. Yeah, I haven't made any plans for NAMM yet. And at this point, I don't know if it's possible, but if I can make it work, I'd certainly do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, my NAMM pass connection just fell through, so I'm trying to work on something else.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What's the date of the EVH Con, John Beale?
Ask Dave.
October 21st, Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Dave, you'll be delivering the pizzas, right?
I won't even be eating them.
Very nice.
Dance.
Let's all do the falsetto. There you go, Mike. Didn't they do that on the Ellen Show? Is that one of the songs they did on the Ellen Show?
That and Jump.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nice. Now, does anybody know how many different takes that solo was?
Isn't it punched together?
I was listening to Fair Warning today, and was it Mean Street? At the beginning of Mean Street, you can kind of hear an edit at the end of the intro. I feel like there was an edit at the end of the intro.
Most of the solos on Mean Street, Eddie went in the middle of the night and redid with Don Landy.
And they cut them section by section.
Yeah.
Fair warning stuff. Yeah.
And the jump solo sounds like it's spliced in 3 different places.
Yeah. It's spliced in at least 2 different. You can hear.
Yeah.
You can hear like after the tapping part.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even clean back then. It sounds great, but it wasn't really. You can hear the edits.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, at least by my ear, I feel like and I was listening, like I said, fair warning earlier, and I think there's a few of them on there.
Mm-hmm. Well, back then they were editing actual tape.
Yeah,
they were actually
splicing
taking
it with
razor
razors.
blades.
Yeah.
And splicing actual tape, putting it back together, running it through the machines. It wasn't like these days where you can scroll right in with like
Pro
the
Tools,
mouse, with the mouse that Jay has.
If you listen to like the So This Is Love guitar track only, you can hear all these little pops and clicks where he's splicing, and it just doesn't show up on the mix. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Think of how hard that must have been, right? How labor intensive that must have been just to get those to sound as good as they actually do, man.
Well, the mixing sessions back then were a performance in its own. I mean, you had to mix it by hand, and you had 3 different solos that Ed took. You're hitting, each one at the right time to get that. Either that or they actually, like you said, they razor blade the tape. But if you were on the mixing console mixing that album, you were bringing up the faders and hitting on and off for each channel.
Wow.
If they had 24 tracks, you probably had several guitar tracks.
It was a collaboration between the
Ted Templeman, Don Landy,
the producer, whoever was, in there. It's like, all right, everybody, we're fading right here. Everybody, put your fingers on the faders and bring them down at the same time, and then that gets burned into the tape.
Think about like Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, that in itself was a full performance. That whole 35, 40-minute album, and there's everything fades into itself into a different song, and there's not a lot of breaks on that.
And they're watching the Wizard of Oz. The
Wizard. There you go. Yeah, that's right. A monumental undertaking. Yeah. Aside from the Dark Side of the Moon, have you seen the 2001? I would say is far better than the 2001 and Echoes from Metal, Pink Floyd's album Metal. The last section of 2001 is 23 minutes and 21 seconds, something like that. The last section of Pink Floyd's album, the second side, Metal, is the same time, and it syncs even better than Dark Side of the Moon. If you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. It's a great edit.
Okay, so they did that stuff on purpose then. If there's 2 albums
I would say
up with a movie,
Dark Side wasn't done on purpose, but I would say 2001 was far better and far closer to being done on purpose. It's the exact time.
Once the rumors hit, it was like, well, we actually got to do that now, you guys.
Yeah, man.
We got to write a record to this movie now.
What movie? What movie would you sync your music to, or sync a Van Halen album to?
Oh, a Van Halen record?
Van Halen, yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, something.
That
like
sounds like a Steve question right there.
Yeah, right.
That's actually a good answer. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, man.
Sure.
Yeah. Johnny would have to watch it first.
I've seen it.
I sent it to him. I sent him that movie.
Oh, that doesn't mean he's watched it.
I've only watched. I've only watched.
Watched it, Johnny?
I've only watched up to one scene, and it's been paused there ever since.
Oh, that's so good. That's such a great movie.
Because he had the same shoes as Spicoli.
What was that? The opening?
No, I think you guys. I'm just joking, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, the red bikini.
That's right.
That's what everybody says on the internet. They're like, oh, thank goodness when this came out on VHS. Pause.
Doesn't anyone knock anymore?
Oh yeah. Douglas, Douglas, do you want to come in, man? Douglas, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, let's fill up the whole bottom screen.
We got enough room for what? Another 7? Let's go.
1, 2.
7, right?
I've never met Douglas Bador.
Douglas.
Is that a Rocky Horror Picture Show shirt?
Douglas.
Korean Wieners is back. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Is that really him playing? Because that sounds...
That's him.
Dang. Holy crap, man.
How?
Like, oh, my popcorn's done.
Man, now I regret not buying one.
One what?
Of course.
One of these sound machines.
You said you have one in storage.
I do, but I don't know where it is.
Oh.
They do have different versions. They have that company that makes them has several different versions.
Yeah.
But they're not really all sound effects. Some of them are like, I couldn't really figure out what a lot of them were, like memes and emojis.
There's a Halloween one, which is all like Halloween sounds, and then there's another one. Oh, none of them are as
Right.
as good. This is the best one.
Right.
We all like to endorse and sponsor the sound machine. All of us. We all.
Oh my God. Is that the Homer Simpson burp? It sounds like Homer Simpson.
This is the Dave Nesdahl version, and
Yeah,
that was actually him.
Wait.
And that's Desiree.
Oh my God.
So guys, before it's too late, do any one of you have a poll question that you want asked to the chat and our viewers to be answered next Friday?
Yeah, what size is your pole?
Wow.
Steve, I liked yours. The most influential guitar songs that we've kind of like in the spirit of Ed.
Yeah. That's I just want everybody to have a blank piece of paper or the computer and write down your 12 songs that influenced you.
You want to do 12 or you want to do like 5?
Yeah. No, 12 is
Okay.
yeah.
That's a lot of songs.
It's like a whole show's worth, especially when you get involved, because you can go the long way around a 5-word sentence.
Yeah.
So, Steve, I don't know if a couple of weeks ago when you were out, I had a couple of these old metal magazines like Circus and I don't know what this one is.
I had that one. I had
25 years of metal.
I remember
I
that
went
one.
about 50 years of metal.
Is that like 93, 94, 95 somewhere?
94, April 94, we got Hit Paraders, Jeez, 91. Summer 91. Hit Parader's top 100 metal songs. Let's see what they thought about 1991 as the top 100. And it's got the list right in the front.
That's cool.
What do you think's number one? As of 1991, what was the top metal song?
As of 1991.
Andersen, man.
Probably Iron Man or something.
The Wizard.
Black Sabbath is in the top 10 at least once.
Metal.
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train. I don't see that.
The Trooper.
91.
The first Van Halen song is number 14.
It's probably Stairway to Heaven. It's probably Zeppelin.
Stairway to Heaven is number one.
But is that metal?
There you go.
Metal.
Got it.
Stairway?
It's hard rock. I'd call that hard rock. I wouldn't call that metal.
See, that was before the internet, where they wouldn't get bashed nonstop for saying that.
Number 3, Looks That Kill, Motley Crue.
Really?
Oh my God. Number 2, Highway to Hell.
Oh, really?
Is Brian Adams on there?
Not AC/DC, but
Crazy Train, number 11.
So wait a minute. You go Zeppelin. What was it? Zeppelin,
AC/DC, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue? No.
Black Sabbath, number 4 with Paranoid.
Oh my God. So Motley Crue over Black Sabbath.
Yep.
Please. What's going on? No.
Looks That Kill, of all songs too, right?
She's got looks.
Aerosmith, Sweet Emotion, number 5. Fade to Black, Metallica, number 6.
I just wish Metallica would just fade away.
Bon Jovi, You Give Love a Bad Name, number 8.
Oh, that's metal.
You Give Love a Bad Name, number 8. Detroit Rock City, number 9.
That's number 8.
Metal.
And number 10, Victim of Change is Judas Priest.
Well, that's good.
That's a great one.
So wait, so this is the metal list. When does Jump come in there?
Well, let's see. It's got to be on there. I bet it is. Well, the first Van Halen song is Ain't Talking About Love, and it's 14.
The first Van Halen song on there is Happy Trails.
And it's metal all the way.
Never mind.
Wow.
Happy Trails.
Trails. Simple rhyme.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's not a lot of Van Halen. Let's see. Top 100. No, wait. Sorry, that's not Britney.
Britney Spears.
Wait,
Uriah Heep.
what numbers feel so good?
That's not on it. Dreams. Dreams in the Dark. Badlands. Slaughter. Flight of the Angels. Wow. Honestly, I don't see any more Van Halen.
What year was that magazine?
91.
91?
91.
Lots of Motley Crue. We got Judas Priest a few times, Def Leppard a few times.
I know
Sabbath.
there's something Van Halen in there because I bought that.
Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55, number 20. Oh, 30. Number 30.
What's the last one? What's 100?
100. You ready for this? Bang Tango, Someone to Love, or Someone Like You. Sorry. Bang Tango. Man. Heart. Barracuda, 98. Final Countdown, number 95.
Oh, God, Final Count.
F sharp for that one, Caleb. D. B minor. E. That's the Final Countdown.
So ahead of Rush.
F sharp minor to D. B minor. Na, na, na,
Oh.
na.
Very good.
Ahead of Rush, Tom Sawyer, we got all kinds of stuff. Striper,
song by
White
Striper?
Lion, Saxon, Warrant,
What song by
Tesla.
Striper?
Striper just got lucky. No, that's Dawkins. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
Striper, To Hell with the Devil.
no. And Rush, you said what? Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
And the
Tom
other
Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, Rush is on there a couple times.
Tom Sawyer's Killer.
I
Oh,
like Tom
Eruption.
Sawyer.
Eruption, number 18. I missed that. Number 18, Eruption.
18.
Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55, 30. Man.
That's not metal.
I know
He's-
that's
That's a different
One Way to
song.
Rock.
I know.
No.
I just love that riff.
One Way to Rock. That's a great freaking tune.
War Pigs, number 51. Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
No.
Number 60.
Say it ain't so. Oh my God.
Oh man, this is great. So I don't even know this song from Rush, Finding My Way. Do you know that song?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a good
Number
tune.
667.
Yeah.
Ahead of
If you
Tom
heard it,
Sawyer.
you'd know it. I think, John.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just hilarious. Man. Wasp. F-U-C-K like a beast.
I F-U-C-K like a beast. That's the album. You ever see the album cover of that freaking dumbass album?
Oh my god.
Look it up. Look it up.
That's just too funny.
Man,
I'm sure it's got descriptions of all these songs too. Like
John, take a picture of that page or whatever that is, and
Yeah,
post that in the
dang.
Discord, and let's see if we can get some traction.
Zach Thong is back in the house.
Hello again, Zach.
He was going to call it a night, but he's back.
Zach is back.
Yeah. Zach Attack.
The Zach Attack is back. And he's whack.
Hey, R2, chill it. R2. Not funny? Okay.
R2.
Come on, that was funny. The R2 sounds.
Yeah. So Michael Smith. Michael Smith, house buying. Anything on the horizon?
No.
Looking at anything?
I actually haven't looked at anything in 2 weeks.
All right.
Like I said, I was up in New York for a wedding. My job is driving me insane as far as I just have a lot of work, just a lot of stuff that I need to take care of. But we're still looking. You know, the good part about it, though, is that the prices actually started to come down.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I'm locked into a decent rate for, I think, another couple of weeks. I'm going to have to reapply, but yeah, I'll find something. I checked out my house in Long Island, out in Long Beach when I was out there. So I'm going to do some work on that house as well. But I'm still looking. I mean, yeah, definitely want to buy a house out here.
So, Michael, is the missus getting frustrated with the host stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
She's like a couple hoses, but you couldn't pull the trigger.
We've been looking for so long, man. I mean,
Yeah.
God almighty, it's been half a year. You know, I mean, the thing of it is when the market's so hot, people are ridiculous prices. So, I mean, it's either going to be in my comfort zone or I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I waited, because like I said, the prices are coming down, and But I ain't sweating it. I like where I'm at right now. If it'll come along, I'll find the right one. You know, and Dave's taking up a lot of my time, our time, I should say.
Yeah.
He's kind of on the downturn now, unfortunately. He lost almost 2 pounds in the last week. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Mike.
Thank you.
So Mike, are you
on
the road again next week?
No, actually, I'm supposed to be on the road for the next 2 weeks, but I had two assignments thrown at me, so actually 3. So I just canceled all my travel, and I'll be going probably another month or 2, starting up again. So,
Right on.
Yeah. What's up with the jumpsuit there? What do you got on over there?
Yeah, you never explained the overalls.
The overalls.
Oh, nothing. It's the weather's turned here. We had a rainy, cloudy day. It's cold. I had to suit up a bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Days are getting shorter. That's definite.
And Leon's getting larger.
I love it. What a great movie, Airplane. Holy moly, that is so funny. They started that whole insanity.
And the Naked Gun movies too.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff.
I'm glad to hear. Also, Johnny, I'm glad to hear that Howie's doing good. It was just kind of a scare.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Basically, he was kind of puking the other day.
Ooh.
And obviously didn't really feel well. It wasn't any. He didn't look like he didn't look bad, but it was just So so we took him in, and they took his blood
work.
Yeah, and he's totally fine.
I was 15. You said, Johnny?
We got him in 2003. He was born January 2003.
Wow.
And we got him July 2003. So we got him at 6 months.
Awesome.
So he's 15.
Yep.
He's going on 16.
15 and change.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great long life, man, for a dog that size for a Dalmatian.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really good.
And he's still going strong.
He's still going strong, and we've had some major close calls with him over the years. Being attacked.
I was gonna say twice, right? Was he attacked twice?
He was attacked by a dog. He's been attacked several times over the years. Yeah. One of them was pretty bad, where he was pretty chewed up. Ooh. Because he would get jumped on by another dog, and the thing is he doesn't fight back. So the dogs are like tearing him apart, and he's just he's not a vicious dog at all. I mean, not that he's never hurt anybody or anything.
Well, it's terrible.
Yeah. Well, that was a long time ago. I
hate to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he's great. He's doing great. And follow him on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.
Man, if you can have a pet in your life for that long, that's awesome. I mean, it's definitely like a relative.
Oh, he's definitely
like a person.
He's definitely a relative.
Yeah.
And he's responsible for this channel, really.
Uh-huh.
Go back 15 years on this channel, or 13 years, I guess, or however long YouTube's been around, since 2005. And there's a whole playlist of all his videos over the years on here.
Playlist of Howie's favorite songs.
Mm-hmm. His favorite metal songs, and they're actually metal songs,
right? I'm sure he's got better taste in metal than Hit Parader had in the 1990s.
You ought to bring Howie to NAMM so I can meet him.
Yeah.
Did he go to NAMM last year or the year before?
This year he did not because I flew down. Every other year he's been there.
Oh wow!
And people have met him. People have come up to him and know who he is, and yeah, it's cool.
That's right, family guru. Man's best friend, dog. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Better than
Absolutely.
humans.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I agree. I agree, man. Come home from the worst day, pick it and
Unconditional love.
That's right. Exactly, John. Unconditional. Just happy as can be to see you. No.
So Caleb, what's new in Santa Monica? The kids are in school now?
Yep.
Nice.
Kids are back in school.
You've had an anniversary. You've had birthdays. It's been crazy over there.
Got more birthdays coming. Yeah, lots of things unfolded in September.
Lots of good things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
We're at 11:51 Pacific.
Man,
I got
2:51 Eastern.
9 minutes left for me.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. It's getting a little late.
Yeah.
I'm yawning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the final countdown. That should have been the #1 song, man. That's
Final count. It's on there. Let's see.
should have been #1.
Final countdown. I saw it on there.
I mean, that's metal.
It's the final
I mean, if anything, if you guys remember the original run of Arrested Development and that song, that was pretty good.
Oh, Arrested Development on.
Wasn't there like a coffee
Jason
commercial?
Bateman? That was a great show.
Didn't they do a coffee commercial a few years ago? That's where they're actually in it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Like
Who's that? Europe?
I think you are too.
Yeah, Europe.
Oh man, where is it? Oh, there it is. Number 96.
Just made it.
Final countdown.
Hey, John, is that Rocky Horror Picture Show? Shirt
What's that?
on your shirt? Your shirt?
No, this is Sammy.
It's close.
Oh, okay. I just saw the top of the lips. I didn't know what the hell it was.
Can you
wore this
say
the whole
that
day.
on
I was in Cabo at the in the city of or in the town of Cabo. I wore this the whole day, and I felt kind of embarrassed, but I did it anyway. I'm sure nobody out there knew what this was. Just big lips and Sammy with a guitar.
In Cabo?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Sammy's like the mayor and president of Cabo.
Well, I know, but I don't think any of the when I was there in March of 2016, it was there wasn't a lot of Sammy fans there.
That's pretty ancient. You figured everybody would know about it.
Oh,
Well, I guess a lot of tourists, right?
Sammy put Cabo on the map.
Oh, absolutely.
It was just a
Ask
history
Steve
book.
Andersen. Steve Andersen goes there every year. Steve, were you there for the grand opening?
I think Steve Andersen put Cabo on the map.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I was there in 1993. So it was
93.
the third anniversary was when I was first there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you've been there every year ever since?
Pretty close. Pretty
Most
close.
of them?
Pretty close. Yeah, me and Jeff Hausman
Mm-hmm.
from the Van Halen store, Van Halen News Desk. Yep.
Any fans?
There you go. That's right. Nice.
We got on the flip side.
Ingwe. That signed too, John?
No. Signed? Did you ask if it's signed? It's fake signed by them. It's kind of signed on the magazine.
Oh,
It's
I
signed.
thought you actually had them sign it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just more stuff that I'm finding here with the these old magazines.
How cool
An
is that?
original ad from 90. What is it? 92 April.
Nice.
Probably one of the first 5150 ads.
I bought that shirt.
Which, the one that Ed's wearing?
Yeah, the black and white long sleeve. I had that.
Hey, Steve,
wasn't that Michael Anthony's shirt first?
Close. His was all polka dots, black and white. For his Ampeg ad. There's an Ampeg ad where Michael's got the polka dot black and white.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see if we can find that one.
What was that, Michael Smith? You're asking me something?
Well, like I said, out of all the times that you've been, not there it is. Look at that.
Is that it?
Nope.
No.
No.
Close.
No, it's a little different.
No, he's talking about the one.
Polka dots.
Steve is talking about the ad where Michael is sitting on the amps, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, yeah.
It's a black shirt with white polka dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wore it at the MTV Awards, right?
That's right.
What I was asking, Steve, is out of all the times you've been to Cabo, which year was the best and why? What, you know?
Which
You've been there so many freaking times, man.
which year do you actually remember?
Yeah. I'd say 2 years ago, I met Michael Anthony. His whole family was walking the marina. Right, there's a restaurant called Solomon's Landing right under the hotel I stay at. And yeah, Michael Anthony, all of a sudden his whole family was walking right in front of me. And I go, "Hey, is that Michael Anthony?" And he turns around and looks at me and goes, "Where? I don't know. I don't know where he is." And then his daughter, I passed my camera to his daughter, and she took the photo of me and Michael Anthony.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That's funny. That sounds like something he would say, Steve.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I sent you that photo, didn't I, Johnny?
Yeah. You did, yeah.
He was really cool, and he was nice when we met him, and obviously Caleb.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poof paint.
PO812 photo shoot. Just a couple of the promo pictures I got.
Oh yeah.
Right, you can actually see his jacket.
Yeah. Is that the extended album cover? I don't know.
No.
There's a wider shot of that.
Yeah.
somewhere.
If you get the tour book, there's the wide shot where you can see Sammy's hand.
Tour book.
Yeah.
Get the tour book.
You get the book now, no? Yes.
Get the tour book, or I will.
Oh. What leg of the tour is that?
Final leg.
Shot in the leg.
Because some of those venues, the band, I don't think they run those concession stands. I think
No, they're all local. The guys that do the T-shirts, they're all local guys.
especially the guys in the parking lots. That sounds like one of the after show parking lot guys. Chicken leg? What?
I don't know. Bad dog.
Good night, Jeff T.
Anybody have any concerts lined up coming up or no? Anybody going to any shows? Not playing shows.
Oh.
Nothing coming to my area. Nothing much. That we just did Aussie, and it was supposedly the biggest crowd at the local concert shed, summer shed.
What?
What do you call it? The amphitheater.
Shed.
Supposedly, it was the biggest crowd they ever had with Aussie at the.
You were
like
you were there, John?
I wasn't there. No.
Oh.
But
Was it
they
a
were
piece
talking
of
about it all
shed?
over the radio. What's that?
Was it a piece of shed?
Yeah, it was the music shed.
Instead of Pizza Hut, the Pizza Shed.
Not pizza, piece of.
Yeah.
Was it a piece of shed?
It was Great Woods. You ever hear of Great Woods in Mansfield? I don't know. They played there. I saw Van Halen there a couple times.
I just saw Collective Soul Tuesday night, and the singer's voice was shot. He was
Man, Collective Soul was great in the day. I saw them several times. Once opening for Van Halen in '95, I want to say.
and I've seen them a bunch of times too. They're great, but he was sick. He kept apologizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my
Actually,
next show is Judas Priest and Deep Purple.
I think I have a Collective Soul pass right here.
Yeah, their songs are so catchy, man. Collective Soul.
Yeah, they play great stuff.
Yeah.
It's midnight, everybody. Pacific. 3
o'clock a.m.
Eastern. 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Dave,
1
you've been
o'clock.
on mission all night.
It's not 3 a.m., is it? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
3 o'clock. Gotta go.
Damn. Here we go. Collective Soul. Just while we're here. Collective Soul.
That's the Honey album.
That was June 24th, '99.
Yep.
Yeah,
What else
they played the Cabo Wabo Cantina probably 10 years ago. I saw them in Cabo at the Cantina. It was Michael Anthony came out to sing Highway to Hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Michael Anthony sang that. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
With Collective Soul?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh, that would have been really cool to see that, man.
Yeah, there's been some. Yeah, it's usually like Sammy will play 4 nights during the week, and it's sort of every other night Sammy plays. But then the nights in between, some of the special guests that appear during the week will just do a show. So Collective Soul was one of them.
He's got so many friends. He's such a likable guy that he's.
Well, I got a question. The other night, I watched the Pensacola opening to the Balance Tour show. Anyone remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also Dave.
Wasn't
yes.
it broadcast?
Yeah, it was on MTV. I think Jon Stewart introduced them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're a half step down.
Yeah.
In that tour, didn't they go back to the E flat?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Balance. They've been E flat since like '93.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Come on, Caleb.
Wow.
They may have been E flat since the tour, since the middle of the Carnal Knowledge tour, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I'm watching the show and it looks like Sammy, even though it's the first show of the tour, is having voice trouble. Like
Trying to get up.
Well, if you read his book, he was having voice trouble since OU812.
yeah, I mean, like he was laboring, so that's probably why they went down.
Hmm. Well, they were touring an awful lot, weren't they?
He said that he had blew his voice out after OU812 and couldn't do it in concert pitch anymore.
Yeah. It's an interesting show to watch.
And nowadays, if you watch him play with the Circle, there's songs that he does a whole step down, like Pound Cake. They do that in D now.
Wow. Wow.
He's still got a strong voice, though. I'll give him that.
Well, yeah.
The most recent recordings I've heard of him, he's still in there.
He sounded good on the Chicken Foot records.
Mm-hmm.
That's all half step down.
Yeah, and that's studio, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played a show here. Well, not Santa Cruz, but he lives in a town called Mill Valley. And there's a venue up there called the Sweetwater. And he played a show there just the other night, a couple nights ago. I saw some video from that. Had some Facebook friends that were there. Pretty cool.
I just watched a video of Hart actually playing live recently, and Wilson. Holy moly, she can still sing. She hits. I don't know how she does it. She's still hitting the same notes. It sounds like to me at least. She's really good.
Definitely.
Yeah. I saw an interview with her 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, where she was saying how she tried to never smoke, and she literally has drinks honey and all these different kind of juices and whatever, just to keep her voice good. And whatever she's doing, it's working.
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys,
I guess the
we're
hot
at,
talk.
we're at 12:05 Pacific. It's
Yeah.
officially Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, that's right.
Yes. That's right. Clayton, I see you, Clayton.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking in, man. So, Steve, I
Yes.
think we got like 5 minutes left.
Oh, yeah.
5-minute countdown.
Still watching.
I don't even know if I have 5 minutes left in me.
Yeah. Okay, Caleb Rapoport from Santa Monica. Nice to see you again, buddy.
Always.
Yeah. And if I can find what you're looking for tomorrow, I'll be letting you know and I'll send it to you.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Dave Nesdall, for being here on the
My
East Coast.
pleasure.
Awesome. Yeah. Johnny Beane, thanks for having us here.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you for letting me have you here.
Yeah.
Cool.
John Bale, thanks for chiming in on a Friday night late show.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. And Michael Smith, awesome unboxing, buddy. New guitar.
Yeah, dang, I cannot wait to plug it in and play it. And
Yeah, have fun with that one.
oh yeah,
You're gonna love it.
always thank you guys for having me on. It's I love it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody in the chat for being here. And check the links below. You can get a Johnny Beane t-shirt or stickers or a coffee mug. Check the links below. You've got Caleb Rapoport's guitar leads. And I've got a YouTube channel with some original songs on it. Chime in and check out Johnny's show Tuesday night, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Tuesday.
Actually, Monday. We're gonna be on Monday instead.
We're doing Monday. All right.
So check that out.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Have a great weekend. And God bless everybody in the Carolinas. I hope you guys get through it and get back to your houses safe
Yeah,
in a few days.
Yeah. Hoping Jay's doing well and looking forward to seeing how he made out.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Ben.
Thanks again,
Yeah.
Steve. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Laters.